Should I try to anger him?
Yeah.
Please don't.
He can one-shot you.
Yeah.
And I would say if we're gonna, do that,
he came out immediately!
Oh,
I didn't even get like 2 blocks on! I'm gonna have to get up close and personal with him, I'm afraid, at the end. Maybe not, maybe not. Maybe not, if I make these last few hits count. And that's all she wrote, bro. Hey, yo! I fucking got him. Within seconds. I also have a ton of freckles on the model because I have a lot of freckles. Can you just give me the sword? Take this. Don't go alone. Thanks. Marlon, thank you. This is my house that I'm tasked with taking care of. You can't just like wander in my windows and get yourself off in my bathroom. That's not how that works. Okay. No painting on.
I'm behind you.
Get up, there's a drone right behind you. No, I got him, no! Whoa, it's just really fine. Oh no, it's on the floor! No, 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 no. No! Ticked. Starlights are bright. First star I see tonight. Wish I may, wish I might. Hulk smash you in the bed with delight. Swifty, what the fuck?
Arms wrist just wagwan my youth.
What? And right after he got used to you and me. A bird. A bird. A bird.
And a dog.
Hey, this map gives me PTSD.
I got a dog.
Muting the stream. What do you mean?
I'm clipping this interaction.
What?
Because you turned to me and you're like, I have a bird and a dog.
Why did I?
Just real quick.
Healing.
Thank you. They're gone. They're not gone.
Oh my god! I did! Yo, what the fuck? Oh, he's hunting. Turn your light off! Oh my god! Turn off the lights off!
Oopsie.
Yo!
Ooh, that is eerie.
Taylor, why would you do that? Hold on.
She's there.
I'm coming.
Nice.
Oh, Fade, let's go.
Oh my god. Did not think I was gonna get that.
What, Wug?
Oh yeah, monster on the loose.
Fuck.
Shit.
Wait.
Oh, what a clutch.
What an
Good
idiot.
shit.
Sudden death. I know. What can help you, lovely?
Also, I finished the wine bottle. Be proud of me. I'm done with it. Toontown is amazing. Oh my god!
Crazy.
She's
GG's, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful.
You guys
life.
too. Of course, yeah. Sorry, I slept for 6 hours. Hee hee. Attention and the body of a 72-year-old. What? Damn, I was reading chat and I still popped her in the face. Fuck. Hello, why are you hiding? Hi. Let me see you. I'm coming. Hello. Here it is, the new one. I do look different, yes, Hems.
God.
I'm Texan. What do not bite me. I will beat your ass. Get away.
I picked this.
Let me cut this. Oh, hey! I didn't even need to use my fucking thing. Should I try to anger him? Oh, okay. Oh, I was never muted. Amazing. Let me just make sure. Uh-huh. Sorry, one second, I have to hide everything. I wish you could just unhide. One or two things. Oh my god, thank you. 21 months is crazy. Oh, okay. I have a horror one started until somebody, oh, hold on. I don't have my activity feed pulled up. One second. There we go. Oh my god. Hold on. Edit. Try to post using the bot account, not my account, multiple times. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna just watch a horror compilation. But this is a media stream. So if you have something you want me to watch, and as long as it's TOS appropriate, I need to redo my card. Ugh. You can go ahead and request it with a new media request redeem. I made it a lot like cheaper because
in the following video.
Because I think we've already watched this one. I don't want like new people to be left out. SAO Bridge Soul. No. No, I will put a stop to that. You may have points, but I have free will.
On a third.
So, yes, I am using Firefox. It's because my Chrome has a different Google account logged in, and this is logged into my streaming account. So, debatable. Bull. You know I have it. You know I have free will. Oh, I don't have TikTok pulled up. Oh, shit. Where is my TikToks? What? Hold on. Hold on, where are they? Where did I put them? A billion things open for Minecraft, but I have no idea where my TikTok people are. Hold on. So do that very quickly. Where is I usually have like a window open for everything. So I have like a TikTok window, I've got a YouTube window, I've got sorry, I was opening TikTok. I've got you're gonna hear me double for a second. Oh no, I'm muted. Good. I've got like a Twitch window, everything's up, so like you see House Hunters International. Sure, we can watch House Hunter clips. Hi, Tommy. But yeah, so if you have anything you want to me to watch, there is a redeem. Until I can figure out how to reliably set redeems up on YouTube, I am doing my research on it. You do have to go over to the Twitch channel to send redeems in. Hi, Frost. But for now, that's Twitch is the only spot that I can reliably get like links and look at them and everything else. But yeah, until then, we're just gonna watch scary compilations, and if we've seen them before, tell me. Targo compilations. Thank you for the head pats. Targo's hilarious. Hi, Swifty. Oh my god, Rogue. I just started. Not gonna do it again. Hi, Rogue. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Sid. You guys probably know me because you're from Rogue. Hi, Swifty. But as I was just explaining, we're going to be doing a media stream tonight because I have a headache. I'm still sick, mildly. You can hear it in my voice. And I don't feel very well. But I wanted to stream because I haven't hung out with you guys in a while. So we're doing a media stream. And that basically entails we watch horror compilations until somebody suggests a media form, like a video. It will be skimmed through to make sure it's TOS. Was this just of course. I've been doing this for 3 years. You didn't know that? But it will be skimmed for TOS. But oh no, 10 points. Oh dear. Yeah. It is 10 points. It's to keep people from it's to keep like newcomers from being basically ostracized because you only get like 100 points or 200 points or whatever. So anyways, it'll be watched for TOS, but then I will show it if it's okay. It is 10 points, it's got 1 minute cooldown, and the text box is for you to put a link in. Been here for 3 years because if that's true. I think it was either 3 or 2 years. It's 2 or 3. I think maybe it was 2. Maybe it was 2. I'm losing my mind. Everything past, 21 is a blur. I don't pay attention anymore. Nightbot's been permanently broken. It's connected because it's still doing my other stuff, but I'm gonna have to set a stream elements thing. I eat because I gotta open tomorrow. Gross. I love you. Have a good night. Damn, I'm cooked. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, let's start the horror compilation. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Anyone from TikTok, hi Axel. Anyone from TikTok or YouTube, if you have a media you want to share. Unfortunately, I don't have any way of setting redeems up on either platform right now. You will have to bump over to the Twitch. I know the vertical streams have the Twitch account attached, so you can get you can get over here quickly if you'd like and suggest something. Or you can just hang out. That's fine too. But the only way I can receive media requests right now is through Twitch. I am working on YouTube because it's an API that I'm familiar with. So I'm trying to create a redeem for that one, but I haven't been able to yet. Do pizza, lasagna, you only have one lasagna, like is it teeth? What?
Thursday afternoon, a mother and daughter hurry over
But I'll start it now.
to their apartment as quickly as possible after encountering someone strange. They record the stranger on camera, but according to the mother, this wasn't the only strange thing recorded.
So I'm sitting here looking at this ring camera footage, and I don't understand how I didn't see this, because
Hi, Frank. And no, I totally get it. I've been inconsistent as hell with streaming anyway, so I hope your days get better. Your weeks get better. Hold on, I'm just making sure everybody can hear. I'm making sure everybody can hear, like YouTube and stuff can also hear it. I think so. Let me just double check. Because I turned YouTube onto a TOS safe one so that my music won't play there, but yeah, no, you're fine, Frank. Thank you for popping by. Oh my god. Let me see. Real quick. I forgot to check this earlier. My bad, bad streamer. Output audio. The VOD track is 2. Okay, so which one is... Yeah, it should be, because 2 should be the one that, the VOD track is the DMCA free one. Okay, we have one. We have a media share. Let me go grab it. I need to open up my manage requests. Media share. Link is complete. So I can get the whole link. Because I have to put it on this.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I behaved. Well, I knew it wasn't going to be anything TOS unfriendly.
And so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed, just to get it all out what's in my head. And I feel a little peculiar. And so I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream from top of my lungs, what's going on? And I said, yeah, 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 yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on?
Turn the corner is me, just like, oh no.
And it tries. Oh my God, do I try? I try most times. There's institutions.
He's gonna break his mic.
And he prays. Oh my God, do I pray? I pray
I don't know why I said it.
yeah, for revolution. Oh, and I said, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? That's here. And I said, don't cry out loud. Just keep it inside. Learn how to hide your feelings. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. I said, hey,
Yeah,
what's
yeah, he is.
going on?
I'm not clicking that, but yeah, no, he is.
At the same
But
time
yeah,
of
that's
this
basically how it
incident,
worked.
this was captured.
You send them in. I check them. Obviously, Iron is not, he's part of my mod team. He's not going to give me anything that's TOS unfriendly, so I trust it. Same with Kohai. Same with most of y'all. I don't think any of y'all would jeopardize me, but I will be skimming them if I don't like know you, just for TOS stuff. And then we'll play them on stream. So that's how it works. And in between, we'll watch horror compilations.
Watch closely.
Thank you for the head pats, like and hi.
I just called the police. Get out front of my door. This is the last time I'm gonna tell you. Get out front of my door right now. The police on the way. Go.
He looks like he's having a medical emergency.
Now, during this recording, Mom had no idea that this happened. The door to apartment 23 had swung open on its own and stayed open for more than a few seconds before closing. However, this isn't the reason why Jasmine, the mother, is freaked out by this. Just days after this happened, Jasmine records a video and points out something that makes this whole encounter even creepier.
In the 3 years that I've lived here, I have never seen this door come open. Ever. Like, video, you saw the door just came open. Who opened the door? Like, look at that. Like, pitch black. Like, make it make sense. Like, how? How? I don't know. It don't make sense.
If the door has remained locked for years, then just how exactly did it come open? She has no idea, but the further she looks into this, the more creeped out she becomes.
Just look, watch this. The door comes open. There's nobody there.
Now, although this whole occurrence is pretty strange, it's what happens next that's by far the most unsettling. This is where things start to get pretty weird, because after reaching out to property management and getting someone to open up this door, this happens.
Okay, y'all, so property management sent somebody up to come take a look, so I'm gonna let him do what he do, and I'm gonna stay back here.
Now I have my hands. I should. There we go.
You say the light works? Y'all, he said the light works. Oh, Lord. What is that? He's hungry. Y'all.
She just looks like a tweaker mouse.
What the hell is going on? Y'all see all these little kids? They have put kids' shoes up in there. What the? So how did? So hold on, because no, this other day that the door came open when I was in here. So if the door came open, like, Nah, I'm sorry. I'm not. Okay, y'all. So remember that thing? I thought it was a snake. I really thought it was some plastic, but y'all, I'm not finna get close to this. This is real snake skin. Oh my God. Look at this. You can see like, ooh. Oh my God. Look at that.
Eerily, a large pile of children's shoes is found inside, and it's the fact that there are so many of them that freaks out Jasmine. According to her, this may suggest something much more frightening and serious than a paranormal occurrence. However, before calling the police, she notices something in her video that tells her this isn't what she thinks it is, but what she notices doesn't make this any less creepy. In fact, it makes it much more concerning.
So I'm looking back at this video that I took with the property manager guy, right? And I noticed something in that pile of shoes. Those frozen Elsa boots, whatever you want to call it. Those boots are my daughter's.
Hi, Salary.
I'm gonna show y'all a picture that me and my daughter took, like, I want to say like 2 months ago. Yo, this is crazy because I really thought she just lost them at school. Those shoes belong to my daughter.
Watching this clip, the question is begged, just how exactly did her daughter's shoes end up in this pile? Although Jasmine has no idea, she has a hunch as to what this could all mean. After showing property management the video and learning that no one has occupied the room in years, Jasmine makes a shocking conclusion.
Somebody in this building must be going around here just collecting shoes. And I'm not gonna say collecting, stealing little kids' shoes around here. I've talked to at least 2 or 3 different people in this building who have said that their children been missing shoes. So I'm thinking that somebody has access to that room and they're going around stealing shoes and then taking them and putting them in there. They're just putting shoes in the room. Like it just none of this makes sense to me right now. None of it.
As Jasmine states, someone in this building has access to this room and is placing the shoes they steal inside. Now, even though property management has removed all the shoes and plans to change the door lock, they told Jasmine to be on the lookout. So she sets up a trap.
Okay, y'all, I'm finna get to the bottom of this. See these little shoes right here? I put them here as bait, right? Bought some real cheap shoes, just, you know, little kid shoes or whatever. But what I did was, I got me a plant, right? Little cheap plant too. But look what's inside the plant. Hopefully y'all can see it. Hopefully nobody else see it, but...
According to Jasmine, whoever takes these kids' boots and enters the room must be the culprit and probably the same person who stole her Ring camera. But after 2 nights of recording this hallway, nothing happens. That is, until the 3rd night when this is captured. Take a look.
I'm not saying criminals are smart, but goddamn.
somehow, one of the boots moves on its own. It appears to bounce off the ground before landing perpendicular to the other boot. Even Jasmine's next door neighbor was freaked out by this, but it's what her neighbor recounts that makes this whole encounter even more terrifying. Apparently, she had come out of her apartment after hearing what sounded like a baby crying outside her door. However, she realized that the cries were coming from inside the room where the shoes were found. Realizing this, she walks back in absolute fear when suddenly this happens. Now, whether or not she actually heard a baby crying is hard to tell. There isn't any audio of a wailing baby in this footage, but even if she actually heard something, it wouldn't explain how the boot moved on its own. This is what spooks Jasmine the most, which is why she's thrown them away since then. Now, to this day, not much else is known about this story, and it doesn't help that no further clips have been posted since these. But as always, until further info becomes available, this incident will continue to remain a mystery.
You're gonna keep saying it twice. Yeah, and I don't know why. Shit. Why are you doing?
At around 10 p.m., two sisters return home to pick up something that one of them needs.
Hurry up.
According to Pink Nemesis, who sent me this video, her little sister needed to pack some clothes for a sleepover that she was running late to. But just moments before coming inside, they noticed something rather unusual on the sidewalk across from their house. Apparently, they had found a shopping cart filled with creepy-looking dolls. Curious, they check out the cart for a quick minute before immediately rushing to the house to get what they came for.
burn that building.
But during this footage, which was caught on their doorbell camera, they record something completely unexpected.
I never understood the fear of ghosts, you know? I mean, me too. And in the moment, yeah, of course I'll be upset. But like, I'd be more mad if you're breaking my shit and you ain't paying rent, you know? Like, you're gonna break my shit, you better cough some money up.
We just need to go and get your something.
They're just moving shit around. I'd be like, hey, can you not? Like, I already forget where shit is as is.
Hurry up.
Imagine being wealthy enough to have a double door, like for your front door. But also, if the seams break up, like if the middle seam fucks up, that seems like it'd be expensive.
I don't go to your house and mess with your shit, so don't mess with mine.
Girlie, why did you just walk in? Hello? What do you mean? What did they do? Yeah, imagine seeing a front door open and just walking in. That's crazy. Also, those girls not closing the front door is batshit. You're just gonna leave it open?
As it seems, the shopping cart they were checking out earlier belonged to this lady. For this reason, she walks in and yells at them for touching her stuff, some of which are pretty creepy. But there's something else in this footage that's just as unsettling, and it happens during the time she's inside. On the hallway floor, a black, shadow-like figure.
There's nothing more unsettling than the woman walking in. The ghost can't hurt you. The woman walking in with a fucking head impaled or a doll impaled on something can, you know? That's a little more concerning, in my opinion. You remember how, like, this goes. Oh shit. Oh shit is correct. Oh shit is right. Like, why would you see these girls leave the door open and just fucking walk in? You're just like, yeah, this is my house now, thanks. Don't mess with my shit. Okay, you don't? They weren't doing anything. Fucking crazy psycho? What is this? 15 minutes. A Pokemon guide.
Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum is the 4th generation of Pokemon. What is that thing?
Garbage guide to Pokemon Platinum. See, I fear ghosts because I can't see it, but a person, run them hands. Nah, I fear a person because, like, a ghost can't kill you, but, like, a person can.
If that thing was real, it would be terrifying.
Yeah, most Pokemon would
I
be
could only
terrifying if they
pick
were
Platinum,
real.
not because I asked Twitter, but because diamonds exist because a dinosaur buried some coal, the worst fossil fuel. And pearls are just oyster saliva. A lot of it. The game begins with Professor Rohan, they never show what university he teaches at so I don't believe he's a real professor, explaining Pokemon. Then pick gender. I picked a girl because of her clothes. No pants, perfect for summer, but a scarf for winter, ready for every weather. Name. Her real name is Dawn, which is a cool name. Too cool for me. I could name her Diamond because you know diamonds are a girl's best friend. But I'm a proud, beautiful woman. What's a woman's best friend? So I named her Wine. Wine is watching a TV program about Rowan, gets bored and wants to go to bed. Unfortunately, her rival, Dragasaur the Conqueror, shows up. In previous games, the rival has been a douche and forgettable. Here he's a mental case and says we should go and force Professor Rowan to give us Pokemon. I don't want to help this psycho, so I go back to bed. Then I remember my friend might stab the professor, so I reluctantly leave. The duo makes it to some tall grass, too dangerous to step on. Oh my god, this motherfucker's gonna jump it! Professor Rowan stops him from breaking a world record. You kids wanna know why the population in towns are so low? Because wild Pokemon eat children. As a Pokemon professor, I've filmed it. His assistant gives us our Pokemon. I don't know what to pick. A penguin. That's the most socially awkward, cringy animal in the animal kingdom. The rivals fight. He keeps using withdrawal, making it the slowest it's been days. Dragasaur suggests they go to the lake. Apparently it has a legendary Pokemon. There they meet a blue-haired guy who's talking to the water. Both agree things got too weird.
I need to
Wine
make a
has been
cat
called to the
asset.
Pokemon lab
I need to
so
ask
she can't
Taylor to
sleep
make me a
just
cat
yet.
asset.
Fill out my
That-
Pokédex. No one ever
Imagine.
does, but I'm sure you will.
Imagine we have a fucking cat VTuber model that I can attach to her. So whenever she's in my lap, I can turn it on and it'll just follow her. That'd be some serious, like, sophisticated camera tracking, though. The Zelda model? Absolutely. That would be some serious camera tracking, though. Like I would have to have the camera split between my model tracking and her model tracking. And that's a lot. But I can have a 3D Zelda asset, so I'm not petting air. Although she stands mostly, so then it's just like awkward height. Yeah, you done being a menace for the night. Did you eat my raisin bread? Hold on, I have to go make sure she didn't get into the bread box and eat my raisin bread because she likes to do that, but I can still hear this, so I will turn it back on for you guys.
Finally, the adventure actually starts. Go to the first city. Here we meet Interpol. Fucking Interpol. We've reached the first city and already the game has lost it. Clowns give you a watch. Yes, it's 4 AM. What do you want from me? What else is this company developing? The pedometer. I have to get out of here. As I was trying to leave, our insane friend stops us again and he keeps using withdrawal. I need a fire Pokemon. It's too early to find one. Fire Pokemons in forests are guaranteed to cause wildfires. Maybe I can ask someone for it. Hello, Professor Oak. Please send me fire. Now we wait. I'll whine. Burp. Have a burb. Okay, this will do. That's 4 birds. I'm becoming a bird guy. Killian, that's a beaver. Actually, every Pokemon lays eggs. That makes them all birds. Our rival was heading to Orberg City, so I guess we are too. Enter a cave. This guy asks us if we want to rock smash. I don't think he's talking about the attack. Orberg City, a mining town. This entire place is giving me lung cancer, so let's go kill this gym. Wait. A coal museum? That's the best fossil fuel! I care way more about this than pocket animals. The gym leader isn't here because he has a job in the coal mine. Gym leaders aren't making enough money, so he has to sacrifice his lungs. Vote Worker Mason for a better Sinnoh. Meet up with the leader and he shows you how to use Rock Smash. I knew that guy was a pervert. First gym didn't take any damage. Rock is weak against water. Why? Ever seen the Grand Canyon? A small river did that. Imagine what this can do against a rock. On our way to the next town, we for the first time encounter Team Galactic. In previous games we faced kidnappers and Lex Luthor. This time it's an energy company, a much realer evil than previous games. Cyrus is their CEO. We move through here and reach Flower Power Tower Town, a city famous for its porn industry. Just outside we meet a daughter whose dad has been kidnapped. Instead of becoming an action hero, she asks me to take care of it. Pathetic. What happened is that the energy company has taken over a wind power plant and is torturing the owner. I'm sorry, this is getting way too real. Enter the power plant. Here we face one of the galactic leaders.
Hello, I'm Mars. My parents knew I would be a bitch, so they named me after the god of war. We at Team Galactic are trying to create a better world than this one.
Have you tried recycling?
Not what I meant. Let's Pokemon battle.
Her final Pokemon is a ripped cat. No joke, just look at it. The kidnapped dad tells us they are trying to gather electricity to create a new universe. No, they're not. They are fucking with you. Interpol shows up too late and tells us to go to Eterna City. We're here! And the music tells us this is a pretty backwards place. There's that Cyrus guy again. And now he's talking to a statue. Cynthia, another main character, tells us that Pokemon appeared here ages ago and told the inhabitants to marry their own cousin. Things might have been changed a bit to fit a narrative. Galactic has an HQ here with trees in front of it. Here's an artist rendition. To cut down trees we need to beat the grass gym. Water is weak against grass, but my Pengalingaling is pretty overpowered. She destroyed me, so I pretended to fall from this clock and threatened her with a lawsuit. Thank you. Cut trees. We've beaten Mars. Here we face another galactic leader, Snickers. But before I faced her, I remembered, I don't care about this. Who placed all these bikes outside like this? Someone could steal one. Now we can travel on the bike road all the way down to a cave entrance. Inside the cave we meet Cyrus, who just complains about humanity. Has no real reason to be here. Ah, Hearthome City. Our mom works here and gives us a dress. Not realizing that if it weren't for these clothes you wouldn't even have a daughter. I wanna live with dad, whoever that is. The Hearthome gym is a ghost gym. But ghosts aren't real, so that was easy. Dragasaur stops us outside and that's almost half the video. Let's talk about what you really want to hear about. My favorite episode is when a Godzilla bug kills a trans alien and destroys a dimension. Why is dubbed Digimon such a masterpiece while Japanese Terriblemon is not? Oh, the egg Cynthia gave me is hatching. And that's a weird bird, but it's the most generic looking Pokemon I've ever seen. Veilstone has a shopping mall, but I'm poor, has the Galactic HQ, and has meteorites that almost perfectly hit the city. Michael Bay called it. And a gym. Here comes the biggest shock in Pokemon history. This gym is an actual gym. What the fuck? It's one of the hardest gyms in the game. I also had problems with it until I remembered that it's a fighting gym, so Wine can fight herself.
I will pet you, but stop.
Dr. Rowan's assistant wants us to break into Team Galactic's warehouse. That's very illegal, but I'm a tired gangster. The more I see Team Galactic, the more I think real energy companies should do this. If Shell started calling themselves Team Shell and got matching hairdos and started talking about catching gods, no one would care about oil drilling scandals. We reach a beach town. There's nothing to do here. Still took me 30 minutes to figure out where to go. To the neighbor town, Pastaoria City, or in the Japanese version, Ramenoria City. Enter the gym. The intro guy says, "Don't step in the water, we all pissed in it." This gym doesn't have any bathrooms. You can step on platform and raise water levels. This gym is terrible for the environment. I don't wanna be here. Hello, I'm a pool safety inspector and I take bribes. Get the badge and leave. Then there's a terrorist attack. What happened to Pokemon? The terrorist defends himself by saying, "I didn't kill anyone, the bomb killed people." When you run after him, meanwhile, I'll try to do nothing. Interpol shows up and says that was probably a member of Team Galactic. I hate you. I really do. Finally, we catch up to him and then he runs away. What was the point of chasing him? Cynthia shows up. Wanna go cure some ducks for me? No. Here's the medicine. I'm
Making
going to
leg
the
biscuits?
beach.
Yeah.
Why do I even
And-
do things? This opens up to go to Celestic Town. Cynthia's grandmother tells us to fight a galactic grunt protecting a cave, and I slap the shit out of him. In the cave we see paintings and the grandmother explains it's godlike jellyfish. Cyrus shows up.
Hello, grandmother. I like jellyfishes. You see, they are energy fishes. At least according to Finding Nemo.
You were making
Then he
biscuits
challenges
on my
me.
legs,
I
and it
say
hurts.
no. He actually listens and teleports away. Never described how. Rides
you're
on
not-
water
you're
get
fine.
to Cave Latte, a
She's
boat
fine.
town.
She's
Our
okay.
rival challenges us on a drawbridge. In the middle of
looks so
battle, a
just,
boat
like,
passes and almost kills us
discouraged.
both. The local gym
You
is a
okay?
construction site. Obviously the sound here is
Yeah, she's
muted,
low.
but if I turn it up, this is what it sounds like. We did it! We got the move strength. Now I need a bird that can use it, but the only one is Magmar, and that's a duck. I dislike ducks. I guess this thing is bird enough. We meet up with Dragasaur and the others at the library. Finally a chance to take a nap. And then there's another terrorist attack. This time at Lake Valor. Rowan tells Wine to go there and take on the terrorists. Why me? Why not the adults? Because they are supposed to go to Lake, not main characters, so no one cares. Okay, they blew off the water and killed a lot of Magikarps. And probably all local wildlife. This guy says their next target, so fuck it, let's go there. Apparently Team Galactic are after the legendary jellyfishes. Hey, Mars is here! And she still has the swole cat! We're too late. They got the fish. Only one lake left and it requires me to walk kilometers through a winter wonderland
Thank you.
and defeat the hardest fucking gym leader ever. Get rock climb. I don't have a bird that can use it. The only bird that can is Magmar, but Magmar can't fly, and what kind of bird... What kind of bird doesn't have wings? This entire trip has taken 7 hours. No way, they are still there. Why weren't you this lazy at the other locations? Still too late. They have gathered all the jellyfishes. Let's attack the Galactic HQ head on. No, that's a really dumb idea, and if we get caught, it's 6 months for breaking and entering. Let's do it the legal way. Hello, here to see Cyrus.
Hello, I want to destroy this world.
Cyrus is inspiring his troops, but I can't focus because I just now notice, is Team Galactic wearing wigs? Or is there a Team Galactic hairdresser? Then he goes into an elevator, and I'm left wondering, he just admitted to wanting to destroy the world. Can't Interpol arrest him now? Nope, still my job. There he is, probably gonna try to convince me to join him.
I don't want you to join me.
Rude.
But still, Professor Rowan never told you what happened to your father.
No, I don't think he knew him.
No, I am your father.
Okay, makes sense I guess, not a lot of men on this island.
You know it to be true. I left your mother because she was an alcoholic. She named you Wine, for God's sake.
He leaves and gives us the fishies. How nice of him. Oh right, he's gonna destroy the world. Shit. We have to get to the top of Mount Mornet fast. I was stuck in this place for almost an hour. I made it. I must stop you. Hey, it's those two. I can take on them both. Oh no, Dragasaur showed up and I have to team up with him and he's useless. Then shit goes down. Cyrus summons Pokemon gods, then the jellyfish shows up, a hole opens up and this thing attacks
the
the DS
Triforce
and destroys
of
it. Now there's a
jellyfish.
portal to another world. You have to go in there to save the universe. I don't wanna. I just wanted to see what my friend was up to. Now I have to save the world. I just wanted to sleep. I've been awake for 31 hours. Welcome to the disorientation world. It's a very weird place where the after a long and weird journey and a final battle with Cyrus, you face that thing. A legendary Pokemon from another world capable of destroying the universe. Throw some bubbles at him. He has to die because he's not a bird. We did it! We saved the galaxy! Time to do something more important. Take on the Pokemon League. There's one more gym in Sunshore. There's a subplot that deals with depression. This game is not E for everyone. It's an electricity gym. Obviously flying is weak against electricity, but I still beat Naruto on my first try because I was in another dimension earlier today. Victory Road. I was hoping this would be the game where they remove it. We made it to the Pokemon League. Aaron's bugs, Bertha's ground, and Volkner's non-air conditioned room were all weak against Pengning's attacks. Then there was a psychic master. It was a slaughter. I defeated him with barely anything left. The final trainer is Cynthia. We all saw that coming. Professor Rowan never told you what happened to your aunt. No, this is impossible. I will lose unless something saves me in the last second. General Cynthia, Magmar approaching. What do you mean, Magmar approaching? Mar! Peace for every one of us. Stands for every one of us. He'll save you with a mighty hand, every man, every woman, and a child with a mighty Magmar! What an epic journey, but it's finally over. Actually no, Platinum has a lot of endgame content, this entire island. But no, I've done my part. Time to go to bed now. And that is the Killian experience.
Oh boy.
Darts
I
across.
cannot get that thing to stop.
It's hard to make out what this is since it moves quickly, but whatever it might have been, it seems to have no distinct outline. It just seems to be a black mass of something. However,
Anyways,
it appears not once, but
not
twice on this
Ultra Ball
property.
worthy.
On the second time it appears, it's seen running across
Ultra
the front
Balls are
yard.
cheap.
Now Pink
with
says
the
that she has seen this figure before outside her home on multiple occasions at night. She
That woman
initially
walking
thought it was
into the
just a black
house?
cat scurrying away.
No.
Given that she often leaves out food for stray cats, she was thinking this was just one of them. But seeing this footage, perhaps something else was captured. Now she has yet to share this footage elsewhere, but until then, she has no explanation for what was caught. As with all videos, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions. Just what exactly was caught on camera?
Not Cynthia sending you to beat a literal god and then being like, but I can beat you. Like, why didn't you beat the god then, Cynthia?
A couple from California was on their way to a concert at a Santa Cruz bar known as the Blue Lagoon. They had gone there late at night to see their favorite band perform. It was a fun, crazy night, according to Sabby Cat, who took this photo and posted it on her Instagram page. However, only 3 days later after posting this, Sabby clarifies that the concert wasn't the only highlight of that night. As she mentions, something rather unsettling had occurred while driving back home from the concert. The footage was recorded on her dash cam. Now Sabby writes, my boyfriend and I were heading home from a concert in Santa Cruz on a very dark, curvy downhill drive. The drive in question that she's referring to is known as Highway 17, which is commonly known as Killer 17. This is a route in California where many accidents have occurred, but unlike most incidents, this one doesn't involve an accident, but rather something else. The following is their footage. Watch.
Just drop it and that's it. Yeah, you just put the link in the media share, redeem, and then I will put it in here. I didn't see what happened. Sorry, I'm messing with something over here too. You'll be back? Okay.
Sabby and her boyfriend were shaken up by the sudden appearance of this figure. Even at a distance, before passing it, they couldn't make out anything noticeable.
Okay.
Nothing was seen from afar, yet somehow, someone or something appears just inches away from the passenger's side. Now, considering what was captured,
sounded like they
one
hit
would
it
think that
too.
the person or thing they had nearly hit would still be alive
Thank
and
you for the
completely
follow, Soul.
unharmed. However, when looking at the footage recorded from the rear dash cam, that doesn't appear to be the case. Eerily,
Here
nothing
she
is
is back
seen.
again.
Thinking that the figure would still be there, Sabby and her boyfriend were shocked to see that nothing was seen. Clearly, the front dash cam recorded something standing in the road, but when looking at the rear dash cam, the silhouette isn't there. Now it's worth noting that the couple did see what they thought was a person standing on the road, but after looking at this footage, they're not so sure now as to what they'd seen. Considering that others who've driven here had had similar experiences on this road, Sabby can't help but think that a ghost was caught on camera.
I think it's because
After all, this route has seen many accidents here, which has led many to believe that this mysterious figure is just one of many spirits who've passed away on this highway. But even more unsettling is the thought that another life could have been taken had Sabby swerved and crashed the vehicle from being jump scared by the figure.
Back and forth because Zelda's standing on the desk, and it's counting her as one of my arms.
This incident continues to baffle Sabby and her boyfriend.
A part
To
of
this
either
day,
my arm or
there
my
has
hip.
yet to
I
be an
think it's my hip,
explanation
is
for
why
what
I'm
was caught on
moving back and
camera.
forth.
On June 13 of 2025, a woman named Meg finally uploads
It's
a
going
video
to be,
that she's
it's
kept
supposed to be.
private for 6 years. She's been holding off on showing this footage to others for good reason.
screams are
Something about it disturbs her.
I'll turn it
Now
down
at
a
first
little
glance,
bit.
the video itself doesn't appear to have anything unusual. It's a very short clip that Meg took of her brother, who was passed out on the couch on the night before his wedding. Seeing him like this, she immediately takes out her phone to record him. After all, she's just
And my arm is
capturing
stuck in a
memories
really bad
before the day of his big
position,
wedding.
'cause-
But unbeknownst to her, this memory would turn into something truly unforgettable for the wrong reason. After looking closely at her video, she saw this.
It doesn't matter. If Katerina were standing here instead of me, if it were she asking you why you did. It doesn't matter. If Katerina were standing here instead of me, if it were she asking you why you did.
Now what makes this pretty creepy is the fact that no one else was home except for Meg's sister-in-law and her cousin, but they both have stated that
I
this
don't know why
wasn't
my
them.
head wasn't turning.
They were passed out just like Meg's brother from all the drinks. Now surely Meg would have had her suspicions if it wasn't for the close-up image of this figure. Nothing about it says it was one of them, but something about it indicates it was anything but a person.
Yeah.
A head and a torso can be made out, but no legs can be seen. It just seemingly floats above ground before somehow disappearing quickly. But as if that wasn't creepy enough, someone who saw this video posted a pic of what this figure might have looked like. This rendition is definitely the stuff of nightmares. But further adding to the creepiness of this clip is the fact that the figure seems to be doing something with its arms. It's the way
Zelda's
that it
rolling
moves
around
that
in my
makes this
lap.
pretty unnerving.
I have no
Whether
clue what
ghost
she
or
wants.
intruder,
What do you
Meg
want?
can't help but feel that this was
What do you
something
want?
paranormal. But what do you think? Was a
Cat.
ghost
Yes,
caught on
cat.
camera?
We're not doing
had
the lap
something else been
biscuits because the
captured?
lap biscuits hurt.
Let me know your thoughts on this one.
Love you to death, but there's blankets everywhere you can make biscuits on. You don't got to make them on my thigh.
Now the following video comes from a mother who recorded a video
Excuse
of her
me.
daughter
Sorry.
when something quite concerning was captured. According to mom, this wouldn't be so creepy if it wasn't for the fact that this has happened more than once. Her daughter, who's known as Mabel, tells
Now,
her
see,
that her dad is hiding
when
in
the
her
cat's
bedroom.
gone, my
But this
tracking
doesn't
goes
make
back
any
to normal.
sense because according to mom, her dad had passed away in 2002.
Okay, who is it?
Daddy. Daddy's right there.
Is it your daddy?
No, it's your daddy. The
Is where?
Daddy's right there.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, show me.
See?
Oh,
Your daddy's missing you.
my daddy's missing me?
That's your him.
Let's go get him. Where'd he go?
In him.
Okay, show me.
Mama, Toshi.
In your closet?
Yes.
A daddy ghost?
Now, as previously mentioned, this isn't the first time this has happened. Just a few weeks before, Mabel tells her mom that she sees a ghost in her closet, but in this instance, she doesn't specify that it's anyone in particular, she just says that it's a ghost.
Just see me.
What sees you? The ghost? What are you talking about?
My mom.
The dryer scared me, and you already freaked me out.
Watching this clip and comparing it to the most recent occurrence, Mabel's mom is convinced that this anonymous ghost was also her dad. If that's so, then Mabel's granddad has most likely been seeing her on numerous occasions. Now sure, it could very well be that Mabel has a vivid imagination and is therefore seeing who she thinks is her grandpa. After all, she's only 2. But when she says that it's her mother's dad and that he's missing her, well, things get very strange.
My daddy's missing me?
Now, not sure if she was just seeing things, Mabel's mom decides to show her an image of her granddad. Keep in mind, Mabel has never seen her grandfather in person, as he passed away before she was born. But while showing her this picture, she says this.
Yes?
Yes, it looks like that.
Daddy. Daddy. Daddy.
Yeah? And Mabel, what does your ghost do?
No.
What did you say he gave you?
Hot.
A heart?
Daddy. Daddy.
Uh-huh.
Daddy.
Yeah.
It's the fact that Mabel doesn't hesitate. Almost as if she's known him for years, she immediately recognizes the face and says that it's her granddad, the same person who's been visiting her. Shocked and confused, Mabel's mom shares the video online and gets many comments saying that her daughter is actually seeing him. While not sure how to feel about this, she continues to talk about this occurrence with others in the hopes of understanding the situation. Just how did Mabel recognize her grandpa without ever meeting him or seeing any pictures of him before?
This is like the
most
only some of
videos,
the
there has
few
yet to be a
paranormal things I
definitive
think could
explanation for this
honestly maybe
occurrence.
be true, because kids are like super innocent and not corrupted.
If you caught something
know?
creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check
So,
out and include in the next compilation,
them seeing
you can
ghosts
send
makes a
them
lot
over
more
to
sense than like
scaryvideos444
fucking
at
adult psychic
gmail.com.
shit, you know?
That being said,
But
let's get
that
back to the
kind of
video.
stuff, I mean, of
Now,
course
the
she can be
following video
coached.
was posted by a mother who's understandably quite disturbed by what she caught on her baby monitor. At around 1 p.m.,
But
Kristen
kids
placed
see
her
and
daughter inside her
animals see
playpen
things we
while
don't
playing her
see,
favorite
for
YouTube
sure.
video. This is something Kristen often does whenever she needs to do some chores around the house. In this case, she was doing laundry downstairs. But while being away, something happens in her bedroom that she can't explain. While rewatching this footage, she notices that her daughter immediately turns to look at the door before later blowing kisses as if she was seeing someone. Keep in mind, Kristen was still downstairs during this time. This is what she caught.
Here it goes, and that motherfucker ain't paying rent. What, the kid or the ghost? Oh, here you are back again.
Kristen's daughter appears to see someone,
Hi,
despite
sweetie.
no one else being home. If Kristen was downstairs,
Hi.
then who or what was her daughter seeing? But most importantly, just how exactly did a bottle stem fall inside her playpen? At first, she doesn't notice it, but then she picks it up and chews on it before seconds later, a baby bottle hits the outside of her playpen. Now feeling immensely unsettled, Kristen makes another video giving more context on the situation.
Okay, so this is my daughter's playpen that she was in when the bottle
is
thing
back
happened.
here.
So she was standing right here. The stem would have fallen about here. And as you can see, like directly in front of that on the other side is the toy bin where the bottle had landed. It landed about here. There's nothing around that the bottles could have come from, especially because like they landed straight down. So really no explanation. There's the monitor that caught it.
Seeing this footage raises the question, just how exactly did both objects that were placed far away get launched toward the playpen? Now it's been a while since this footage was posted, and Kristen has yet to figure this out, but according to her grandmother, this may have been Kristen's mom who passed away a few years ago. According to her, this might have been her letting Kristen know that her daughter was hungry. However, she's not too sure about this theory. To this day, this occurrence continues to baffle her. Just who or what had her daughter seen during this footage?
It thinks my body is larger because of you.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also,
She's like right here to right here. Like right where my hands go naturally. She's like, her head starts right here. She's putting it in my hand. You need a whole camera. It would show my face. It would show me. Because she's laying on my chest, like up against my chin.
in the following video, a man
I've
named
thought about
Nick is
putting a
taking care of
camera,
his
like
sick
the white
grandmother
camera, when I'm not
one
using
night
it
he
for.
sees this.
Fuck you, Q.
Now, it's important to note that Nick's grandma has
Anyways,
Alzheimer's, which often causes her to stand around and see things that don't appear to be
I've
there.
thought about putting
But
the
as she
white camera
stands
when
there,
I'm not
something happens
using
that
it
Nick
for
can't
streaming.
explain. While taking this video,
How's the unnerving macaroni videos? They're good. But I thought about when I'm not using the camera I was using to control the model when I was doing art, having it set up on my other side if I can stretch the wires so that it angles down at the little thing she sits on and like sleeps on. But she doesn't stay there very often. Number one, she's usually like out and about. And she will also lay on top of me a lot. And also, you'll get my feet, unfortunately, because it's like right next to where I stay. Like I sit. So I wish I had my my hand cam on because she's being really cute. Hi. What you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's just me. It's just me. Let me see something. Oh. 219, huh? What the hell? Oh, I think it's because I tried to steal, I tried to steal it from the camera that's messing with my model. Yeah, hold on. I'm fixing it. I'm trying to give access to cat without doxing myself. Okay, well, that's not perfect. I don't know why it's not showing up. Target webcam is not accessible. What do you mean? No, it fucked up my camera. 22222. What does that mean? Why is it happening? Like my webcam is like on currently. But it doesn't want to show up. What? Yeah. You're clicking buttons. You remove the access? No. Hold on, I think I need to re-plug in my cameras, which means she's not going to show up anymore because she's gonna get down. You're gonna get down, aren't you? Aren't you? Yes. You don't gotta do this now. Get down. I don't know what you're doing, but you're clicking buttons, and that's weird. I can always just plug in the old cat cam. I think so I've got two Nexigo cameras, and that's like my main Nexigo camera, and then the auxiliary one that I use for the streams when I'm doing art, and the one that I'm using when I do art, I think is fucking up the other one. Because they're the same brand and they're very similar. Salutations, hello. Thank you for the follow. Just 1 second. And I do in fact have to deal with this right now, Q, please. Unfortunately, my cameras are not working. Like my model camera is not working. There we go. I'm gonna replug in my model camera. But now that I've replugged both, it should be fine. If she comes back, I will deal with that. Are we done? Yeah, there we go. Okay, see, fixed it. Didn't take very long.
This is captured. Take a look. Is it a Roomba? Ooh, scary Roomba. Scary vacuum. It gets worse when? Is the Roomba gonna come get you? It does that, dude.
It doesn't even have to hit anything. Sometimes it just spins in circles.
Apparently, something that was on top of the fridge had fallen over. It falls all of a sudden, which Nick says is made creepier by the fact that his grandmother's dog was growling. But this incident gets a whole lot strange when Nick shows what exactly fell from the fridge. Take a look.
Alright. So this is in response to last night. My grandma loves to collect little figurines. One of my grandma's little angels fell off the fridge last night.
Oh, a cherub fell.
See how far back they are. Genuinely.
If the mini statue was sitting far back on the fridge, then just how exactly did it
The
tip
devil's
over?
Roomba,
Nick
so
has
right.
no clue.
Not
But
the
after
angelic
watching this clip many
artifact.
times, he
It's
notices
not
something
even
pretty
real
freaky.
depictions of angels.
Honestly, I'm a bit in disbelief.
Walmart fucking smiley
No,
on the
I'm pretty sure
Roomba
it's
is
a plug-in
getting me.
charger. I brought my girlfriend Claire here so she can help demonstrate.
Not
But
her in a
can you
McDonald's
try to step in front of
outfit.
that? And so it just does that.
Yes, but it can
Move
do
away.
that if it gets caught on something.
So that comment says that.
Okay,
the
they
Roomba
trolling.
doesn't do
They
that.
100% are. I think the
My
devil
question
got
is,
jealous of the Walmart Roomba or the
It's
McDonald's
kinda creepy with
outfit.
a smiley face and everything. Even when it gets to the edge, it does that.
Yeah, it does that every
Now,
time.
looking back at Nick's video,
Both?
one
You're
can
so
see
right.
that the Roomba does the same
Thank
back
you for
and
the
forth
follow.
motion as if someone were standing in front of it. But the question
No,
is,
sometimes it gets
just
stuck on
what
the
exactly
rug.
was in
I've
its
had
way?
so many
To Nick,
Roombas. I've had
the Roomba might have
generations of
been
those
sensing
fuckers, and they
something.
get stuck on everything.
Now, this is where things started to get pretty creepy,
The Roomba
because
is
ever
doing
since
what the
then,
Roomba
Nick has been
does,
feeling
yeah.
immensely uneasy
There's
by
a
the
carpet
kitchen
in there. It
space.
probably got stuck on that.
Considering that his grandmother has no other TV in the house except here, he has no choice but to watch near the kitchen. But one night, while watching alone, this
Ooh,
happens.
The kitchen.
So I
The
was
Roomba's gonna
watching
come
my
out of the
show,
dark.
And after last night, I'm definitely not leaving these lights on. But
You disturb your grandma's sleep
was
because you're
watching
scared
my
of the
show.
Roomba?
and
It's probably your grandmama standing in the other room.
there's nothing there.
There's no Roomba in sight to explain the dogs' behavior. Both dogs are staring at something, even though nothing is there. And it's the fact that they're looking at the kitchen that makes this even more unsettling. Now, it's worth
Why you
noting
need
that
a
Nick's
gun and a
grandpa, who
flashlight
passed
and
away
some
last
holy
year,
water?
had
Now the
once
Roomba
told
just
Nick
jumps
that
out
he
like
thought
a
he'd seen his
fixed
grandmother
grabber from
standing in the
Alien,
kitchen one
yeah.
night with the lights off. But apparently, he was wrong, because after looking closely, no one was there. It's for this reason, among
It
others,
could be
that
his
Nick is scared of the
grandmother
kitchen.
in the other
But this
room
wouldn't be
in
the
the
final
dark.
reason, because on the same
She
night
has
he recorded
Alzheimer's. She's not
this,
gonna turn the lights on
following
every time.
happens. After putting away the dogs, he immediately films again after being startled by the ice maker, which was going off at this time. But as he records, this happens. Watch.
If ice falls out of that refrigerator and he's like, it's a go. Or what if she's on the ceiling? Grandmama, it has to be out of the way of the Roomba, you know? Thought I saw my grandma say, she probably is! Dog, digital, like, phone cameras don't catch stuff like that easily because they rely on the Roomba! It's coming!
Whoa.
Thank you for the likes. Star Wars: The Clone Wars movie, he's on to something. Not the Roomba ominously approaching. Here it comes. I'm gonna get my mom one that has the big fucking smiley face on top. Oh my god. Ooh, kitchen Roomba. The shit broadcast. You gonna keep going? Yeah, it's just gonna keep going. You didn't put the sensor up on the edge, and they don't always. It doesn't always check. Oh, it was going backwards. That's why the sensor was on the other side. It's not coming to get you.
Yo.
It senses movement. Oh my god. Excuse me. It's supposed to like avoid you as you walk around the room.
Oh, that's
it also randomizes its pattern. That'd be funny if it was following him, though. He could also be holding something that guides it, which is why it fell off the stairs. I've never had one of those. So they move in like sporadic patterns around your rooms, and they're meant to like avoid you, your pets. They bump off furniture, obviously. You're not supposed to fall off ledges because they have like a sensor in the front of them. So if their wheels are gonna go off or they hit something, it's like a little press button that makes it turn around, which is probably what was happening in the first video. It was probably bumping onto like a rug and it kept spinning because it kept hitting that fucking rug. But he's either got a string, so he's pulling
after
it,
just following Nick around the living
or
room,
he's holding
the
a
Roomba flips
sensor.
over. Despite there being nothing in its path, it does a complete 180, as if someone or something had
Also, they're
forcefully
super
turned
easy
it
to
over.
flip.
Freaked
Did a
out,
kickflip,
Nick stops
it failed.
recording
Yeah,
and
you're so
immediately
right
shares
there.
the video online after posting the previous one. And like before, many comments point out things that he didn't notice initially. For one, the Roomba was already acting
If this
strange
is a
earlier.
ghost, though,
Unlike before,
hilarious.
the mini Hoover was moving in a straight path.
Maybe get
which
on
is
this top
uncommon
of the
for
small.
vacuums of
You're
this kind
right.
to do.
Maybe I can
And second,
step
it didn't
upstairs into
pause
the
and turn around
kitchen.
when it sensed the stair's edge. Earlier, we can see the Roomba doing just that, but here it doesn't.
Yeah, but he could
If
be
what
holding
occurred
a
before
sensor.
hadn't disturbed
They've
Nick,
got little
then surely
guides that
this
you can
incident
put,
has.
like,
Not much
to
else has happened
basically
since then, but for now,
override
like most
their
videos,
sensor
this
thing.
one remains a
So
mystery.
they've got like they're little. They look stupid, but they're black and they've got little
Now, the
infrared
following
lights
video
on top
comes
of
from a
them.
mother who's been
And
sharing
it's-
every moment of her
it's
daughter's
to-
life. Her entire
that girl
account
looks
is
like
devoted to her only child,
soulless.
a daughter
Anyways,
that she thought she would never have.
they're
after
so you put them
multiple failed
down and it becomes like a barrier,
To
but it
Gabby,
also
the mother, Regina was a miracle.
defines the
And
room
so,
for the
from videos
Roomba.
of
So
her
they
as
could
a
have had
baby
those
to
down,
footage of
which would make
Regina's
it fall
first
off
day
the
of school,
stairs, right? Because
Gabby
it would
has
just
captured all the
go
smallest
off.
moments in Regina's life. However, out of all the videos on this page, a select few have left many viewers
But I think there's
baffled.
other
It
things
all
that you can
started
have
with
it
the
like
series of videos that Gabby took when Regina
either
was a baby.
surround or go towards. They're also remarkably easy to crack into a program. I'm sure somebody has put an app on
During
their
this
phone.
time, she would often crawl to one hallway inside her house
I
and just
ain't
stare
saying
at
I'm
it.
not afraid of
Now,
ghosts,
this
but
wouldn't
unless
be
I
so
can hit
strange
them.
if it weren't for the
Yeah, I
fact
mean,
that she
ghosts
would
aren't that
continue
scary
to
to
do this
me.
throughout the years.
Zombies, though.
Just like when she was a baby, she still, to
No,
this
no.
day, stares at this hallway for no apparent reason.
She's a child and there's a light at the end of it.
From playing a game of tag by herself to blowing kisses at the hallway, Regina behaves as though she's playing with one of her friends. It goes without saying, but she may have an imaginary friend. But to Gabby, this may not be the case, because as of recent, this was captured.
¿Qué pasó? Ay, Dios, ahora sí me asusté. ¿Qué pasó? Ay, Rachel. Mira, apunta para allá. ¿Qué, mi amor? Vámonos. ¿Qué, mi amor? ¿Qué hay? ¿Qué pasó? Ven, amor. Ven, amorcito, vente.
Excuse me.
Venga, mi niña. It's okay.
Unlike before, Regina has been acting differently towards the hallway. Gabby's most recent videos involving the hallway show Regina being creeped out, and not a single video appears to show why that is. Or at least, not to Gabby's knowledge. It wasn't until recently that many
hallway.
people started to comment on a certain video that she randomly took one night. It was a short clip of her daughter doing her nightly routine. But according to viewers,
And then the Roomba
if you
comes
look
down the
closely,
fucking hallway.
you'll notice what it is that's been scaring Regina. This is what she caught.
On a real note, don't be putting your kids bathing on the internet. Creepy people, get off to that stuff. So don't be doing that. That's not good. Ooh, the door.
What was meant to be just a fun little video turns into something terrifying. Inside a closet, a shadow-like figure quickly passes, and it happens right after Regina points at it. No one else was home, which would have otherwise explained it. After reading the comments, Gabby checks the closet space and finds nothing.
That was a
If the space is
hefty
clear,
baby,
then
too.
what was this? Although she doesn't know, viewers have an idea. This may be, as they believe, the thing that Regina has been
Healthy
so
little
afraid
thing.
of. She even points at it like she always does with the hallway. Although not sure what to think, Gabby remains concerned. But then one night, in a different video, she records something that makes her extremely uneasy. While filming her daughter in the kitchen, this happens.
The Roomba! It returns! It was
Like
a fucking
previously,
Roomba
a
all
passing shadow
along.
was seen,
God
but this
damn the
time in the
Roombas.
same space as Gabby and her daughter. This figure, whatever it might
What?
have
What
been,
did I say?
passes from one side to the other before seemingly disappearing. If no one else was home, as Gabby states, then who was this? It's hard to say, and it doesn't help that neither Gabby nor Regina had noticed it. Given all that's happened, the question arises, just who or what was caught on camera? Gabby has yet to know, but she continues to be on the lookout for any strange recordings she accidentally captures. Until then, she has no explanation for this or her daughter's sudden fear of the hallway.
I never understood child content. That's so unsafe.
On July 10th of 2025, a security camera inside a house begins to record after sensing motion in the living room. This camera only records whenever movement is
If
detected.
some rando enter your
The thing
property.
is, though,
Yeah, it's
no one
behind
is
a window.
home.
Go look outside. The fuck? Turn a light on. Something.
No one is around, or at least no person is. Although the man who lives here wasn't home at this time, his dog was. And so, upon receiving this notification,
dog
he ignores it.
materializing.
But unbeknownst to him, this motion-activated recording would capture something deeply unsettling at that moment. Ever since then, his dog hasn't been the same. This is what was caught.
Damn, sounds like an elephant's upstairs. Goddamn. Why are you walking like you own the place, dog? What is happening to that dog? The fuck was on that dog?
After what occurred in this footage, the owner has been making sure to never leave his dog alone. As he states,
Oh, was it grabbing
something
its
had messed with
collar?
his dog. Now it's worth
Spider?
noting that his dog is okay and is only slightly frazzled. In the footage, we can see him
If
looking
you
at
ever
something
see your
that doesn't
Roomba
appear
do
to be
strange
there,
things, I want to know,
as
let
the
you know
owner
it's me
believes
and I died.
something was
Okay, got
agitating
you.
him.
We have like
Whatever it
3
was,
though.
according to him, had to be responsible for yanking off his dog's collar. Now, of course, it could be that his dog had simply shaken off his own neckband, but this wouldn't make sense according to him because the collar has no way of coming off easily unless someone removes it. Given that this never happened before, the owner can't help but think that something paranormal occurred
It looks like
here.
something was pulling
But
on
as
it and then
always,
yanked
I'll
it
let
off.
you be the judge on that.
Like right
Just
there, it
what
looks like somebody
exactly
has a
had
hold of the
taken
ring
place
and
during
is
this
yanking on it.
recording? Let me know your thoughts on this one.
Why would you not move if it's fucking with your dog, dude?
Now, this next video was submitted to me by Captain Scorpio, who says that he found this on Instagram, but strangely, the account from
I'm gonna just say this right now for everybody that is here and is questioning. If you find something in the fucking woods, like a bomb shelter, or we found a house that was like buried, don't go in it. You may not believe in the paranormal, but if there's ghosts, those are the places that they're gonna be, for sure. And they're usually malicious. Or you'll just die. There could be asbestos in those. They could collapse. They could be like not structurally sound. You could fucking get like poisoned. or homeless guys live. Yeah, or there's like aggressive like homeless people. People are scary, dude, and like you'll do anything to defend your bed. I mean, that's not I'm not mad at them for that. You know, I also would not want strange people coming into my house and making videos of my place of living, but like also people are the worst thing that can happen. Ghosts, I mean, and asbestos and radiation, of course, but like people are scarier than anything paranormal you will ever find ever. I promise. People are terrifying. What if it has treasure? You don't need to know that. It's okay. You're not going to find anything down there that's worth risking your life. But ghost adventures? No. Do that at places that are like commercially available as haunted and stuff. What are they called? Those people that urban explorers. Don't be doing urban explorers. I found a mansion in the woods. Don't go in it. You're gonna die. Don't be stupid. We're all surviving the horror movie. But yeah, no, genuinely, if you find something in the woods randomly, don't enter it. That's not great. What is this, Q? I'm gonna trust you're not gonna get me banned. Which one is this? Because some of these are not great. Mostly vegan? Okay, this one's okay, I think.
Yeah, we're fucked. They're totally gonna eat us.
Fucking sickos.
I mean, who does that? Who eats meat?
Sickos.
Is it really that hard to go vegan?
Yeah, man, piece of cake.
Yeah, totally. I'm mostly vegan, so.
Yeah, What?
No, I'm mostly vegan, you know, so I'm with you guys.
What is
you
that?
Mean mostly vegan?
Yeah.
You can't. You're either vegan or you're not.
Yeah.
Well, no, like,
I haven't
when go to
watched it in a long
restaurants,
time
right,
either.
I always get the vegan options, so.
You're a horse.
Restaurants?
What?
I'm with you guys.
So you are vegan.
Well, mostly. See,
What do you mean? What are you
mostly?
eating that's not vegan?
Well, you know, like steak.
Oh, fuck off.
What is wrong with
God,
you?
dude.
What? It's a good source of protein.
These are living sentient creatures.
Well, they're tasty living sentient creatures.
fucking asshole. Cow killer.
I don't kill cows. I just eat them.
Heartthrob? More like heartless throb.
Yeah, where were you when the Feelings Fairy was handing out all her feelings, huh?
Yeah, bitch.
You can't say hands.
I'll say whatever the fuck I want.
Excuse me.
God.
Can you eat us already? Or whatever
Yes,
the fuck
please.
you're gonna do,
Just
please?
put us out of our
no,
misery.
I'm not with these guys.
Shut up.
I'm not with these guys. Yeah, just pictures of it. Good. That is good. We don't be entering random strange buildings we find in the woods. That's bad. That's bad. We don't do that. We don't do that. We especially don't do that with cameras. That's a death flag. Okay? Okay. Even horror movies are doing like the VHS thing and like the project that Taylor and I are working on. All of the buildings are safe and have been inspected beforehand. So it's not like we're not doing random buildings. It's bad.
Which the
Bad.
video originated.
Don't
is
go
no
into
longer
random
there.
holes in the
Although
ground
its
either.
disappearance is pretty strange. The video itself is by far the strangest.
That looks like a
In
bomb
it,
shelter.
Two women appear to be hiking on a secluded
If you're
trail
a hobo.
when they
Well,
stumble
yes, of
across
course
a
there's
metal
going to be
hatch.
people living in places
Watch there
like
be
that.
nothing.
It's going to be a like.
Although hesitant at
It's an
first,
old
they proceed to
shelter.
open up this hatch. After all, they know it's just a water cistern and not something
it's
else
a
they should be
cistern.
cautious about. But perhaps they should have.
It looks like a
because it's
shelter
what happens
entrance.
next that turns this video into the stuff of nightmares. This is what they caught.
That is a disgusting
Is
cistern.
that glass?
It's plexiglass.
I f***ing heard noises. Dude, f***ing do it.
There's a guy down there. Leave it.
Do you hear it echoing?
We have to do it now.
Where's he done with?
Holy Are you?
This is insane.
That's gonna send you to another universe.
Flashlight in my backpack.
There's a person in there. Don't go in there. There's a person in there.
It's in the top.
What are you doing? What do
Neither
you
of them
want?
noticed it, but when looking down, a face can be
Lamau.
seen. Despite being quite dark,
There's a person!
someone or something appears.
And we're gonna go in
It's
there.
brief, but whatever had been there is caught on camera. Now the video cuts when one of them goes to get a flashlight, It's assumed that they didn't see anything afterwards because in a follow-up
Her with your
video,
frog
they never
mouth.
mentioned the face
I
that was
don't want
captured.
to be lit.
I'm Mackenzie. I think I'm the sacrifice. Like water cistern. It's really.
It seems they had made this video just to revisit the hole, implying they didn't see it. With no further info and no available account, it seems likely that we'll never
There you
know
go,
what had been
cat.
inside this hole.
This was so edited. It was just a cistern. Yeah, but like, don't go in there.
On a Friday night inside a retail store,
The-
an
the,
employee
like-
known as
the,
Don
like,
Rivas
the
takes out
point
his
is
phone
that
to
we don't
record the
go in
following
places
security
like that.
footage. According to
Yeah,
him,
are you
the
okay,
person in
Q?
this video was stealing merchandise,
Hold on.
and he needed to keep an eye
Yeah?
on him in case he kept stealing. But this isn't why he's
Yeah?
recording. He's filming this because apparently
Yeah?
there's something in this footage that's been freaking him
Ooh,
out.
come back here. You're not
Keep
allowed
in
on my
mind that
desk.
this incident took place in 2014,
mad she took
and it
your
still
frog?
scares him to this day. While carefully
Yes, I
observing
know,
a
she
thieving
took your
customer,
frog.
he sees this.
Okay, bye. Never mind. No cat.
look
He's
right
upset
here.
she took her frog.
Right here. Look at.
You're saying they shouldn't have looked over it when they opened
Watch,
it.
watch. What is that? What is that?
Trapped gas.
And it's
Yeah,
just gone,
exactly.
bro.
You could die from that.
Look at this.
Or get seriously sick.
It's there, and now it's not, bro.
That just looks like a kid. It just looks like a kid that's like behind the clothing and is being artifacted by old video.
What is that? What is that? And then it's just gone.
But yeah, no, big advocate of not going into stuff.
Bruh.
No, I've been watching for 30 minutes. I'm
What is that?
sorry. Get sleep.
What's up?
I always
Bruh,
advocate for good
what
rest.
is
If
that?
I don't get any, frog or maybe, yeah, he brought a frog in and
What
put it on
is
my
that?
sister's foot.
Now there doesn't appear to
It's
be
the
anything on this
Roomba.
floor to explain what showed up, so whatever this was should not have been there. Even if this was just some merchandise he had set down on the floor, it wouldn't explain how it came into view. His leg doesn't move at any point to reveal it. The only thing moving here is this. It remains
is he
unknown
doing
as
to
to
that
what appeared in
clothing
this
rack?
footage, but whatever this
Why is he
was
fucking with him for that
continues
long?
to
Are you
spook
struggling
Don
to put a
Rivas
shirt on
this
a hanger?
day.
He's not worried about his job, but when it comes to the paranormal, let's focus on that.
If
Right,
you
like, what
caught
are you
something creepy
doing?
on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check
Buddy,
out,
what are you
and include in
doing?
the
Are
next
you even doing?
compilation,
Are you just
can
like
send
fucking
them
with the
over
same
to
shirt to kill time?
444@gmail.com.
I get it, but like,
Thanks for
goddamn.
watching, and I hope you enjoyed.
Okay. I think we've seen 106, but let's look at it. I think we've seen a lot of these. I used to play them when I do
In the
play them
following
when I
video,
go on.
a woman named Aria
break.
is recording herself walking down a hallway inside a
He's
hotel.
stealing, allegedly.
But something about her video seems
He was stealing something and he posted it on fucking TikTok or whatever because he thinks he saw a ghost. When it's probably just artifacting from the floor in his pants and the shirt he's jiggling around. The fuck? The store was recording him? Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, it's a store camera, but like, fuck?
off.
Okay.
People that steal from their jobs don't make any sense
As it
to
turns
me.
out, Aria wasn't the only one inside this hallway. Someone who was acting very strange was right behind her. So, for her safety, she records this video.
Exactly,
But little
man's
does she
more
know
worried about
that
something
what
that
she
can be
captures
explained,
would
but
leave many
no.
viewers completely spooked. It was during this recording that many noted something rather unsettling besides the supposed person behind her. While taking this video, she captures this. Watch closely.
She's capturing a lot of her leg right now. People really do be fucking weird. She's literally, what was that cut? I think she cut from where she was like just filming her leg to when she started running. No, if you worked it in, or it was just random and the workers with those recording. But like, why are people on her video being like, there's a ghost in your video of you running from a creepy man? Like you're running from this man and it's weird and creepy and he's chasing, you're being literally chased by a person, but there's a ghost. Nobody gives a shit about the ghost, bro. The ghost is gonna do literally nothing. The human behind her is going to get her. That's the problem here, not a ghost. Priorities, people. You'll see why they commented. But like, the priorities. Hello, how are you?
Now, it's important to note that Arya is safe, as she uploaded this video afterwards. She mentions that she immediately ran after hearing the person behind her start running. But this is where things start to get weird, because as many comments noted, there's something in her footage that makes this entire thing strange. And it's what she records at the start
People
of
are
the
more
clip.
scary than the paranormal.
Right when she pans the
100%.
camera behind, if you slow the footage, you'll notice that no one is there. The so-called stranger is nowhere in sight, but strangely, she behaves as if someone is actually chasing her, when really, no one is. Or at least, it seems like that. Because according to a housekeeper who works at the same hotel Araya was staying at, something pretty creepy was caught on their security cameras when this happened.
So here's video of that girl that posted, and I'm gonna let y'all know now, it gets really weird.
Now keep in mind that this next video was posted by a housekeeper named Tony who came across Araya's video. He shared this video on his account to help explain hers, as she's gone completely quiet after posting her footage. It goes without saying, but Tony's video is unsettling to say the least. Watch.
I'm gonna let y'all know now, it gets really weird. It's like she acting like she's running from something or hiding from something. But there's literally nobody else in front.
She's being called to report it to the hotel.
Like she tweaking.
Maybe. I don't know.
And the elevator door is not even closing.
Yeah, that's weird. The fact that it won't close is weird.
Like
She's staying there a little too long for that. Me,
But look,
myself,
this
and
ain't
I
even the craziest thing. Like now
would have
that
gone
I
in
look
there,
at the elevator,
and then if it wasn't
this ain't
closing,
even
I would have been
craziest thing
jamming the
about
close
this video.
button.
I got like more video to show you.
Are we on something? Either that or she genuinely heard something.
So, y'all just
These
stay
hotels, though reliable, if I don't look at it, it can't see me.
For whatever
Humans
reason, the
resort
elevator
to like
doors don't
prime,
close when
like
Araya is inside,
primitive
but as soon as
stuff
she steps out, they finally do.
when they're scared.
This is
you know?
something that never happens, according to Tony, who's been riding this elevator for years, and he finds it very odd that they stay open until she leaves. Now, according to him, Araya had left the hotel without checking out. She was seen rushing out of the hotel lobby and into a vehicle from Uber. But strangely enough, a few minutes after leaving, Tony notices something in the video that shakes him up. The following is what occurred after she left. Take a look.
But she's either on something or
And
she
nothing, that's
genuinely
crazy.
heard.
Keep watching,
So
keep watching like right
hotel
by that
cameras
door right
aren't
there, by that
perfect,
table.
and if
Keep
she
watching right
heard
over by
something
there.
and then took off when they were in a
Whole time I'm
blind
thinking
spot,
somebody following her, so we trying to go over the film and just keep watching.
he could have, like, whatever it was, could have stopped following her because they knew
My
like
hand's
about the
shaking.
camera.
Right there.
What is that?
What the heck?
Or
Bro,
it's a
that's
ghost,
rock from
you
that
know?
table right there. Those are stones and those in bowls right there by that table. And that one of them stones just fell on the floor.
And there's no way that should happen because there's no wind in there.
Wind ain't even gonna do that though. This is crazy, yo.
A stone from inside a bowl seemingly throws itself out
Oh,
into
so
the
like human
hallway
instinct?
where
Yeah.
Arya had fled. Considering this and the elevator
You
acting
have
strange,
fight, flight, or
it's no
freeze,
wonder why
right?
Tony
Fight,
finds this
you
whole
obviously
situation
you're like gonna
unsettling.
turn and throw
It's
hands with
already
whatever
weird
is
enough
fucking
that she
with
left
you.
immediately
Flight, you're gonna
without telling
run,
concierge
which it
or
looks like
anyone
she
who works
resorted
there
to
what
flight.
happened. And it's even more strange
Me,
that
myself,
she
and
left
I
all
am
her belongings
stupid, so
behind.
I resort to
Now,
fight.
Tony recorded this,
My
but little did
body
he know
all
that
like
in this
seizes up
video,
and I get ready
something
to
far
fight
more
anything
creepy
that I
would
hear.
be seen inside.
Or you have freeze,
taking
which
this
can be
video,
like a
Tony
partial
gets
response
this.
to like a secondary response to the flight, which is you get somewhere and you freeze up and you don't move. Why are you going through her shit, dude?
It's crazy.
I need the door open behind her, so someone they could have run there. True, that's true. Which you'd think they'd have the emergency exit,
Yo,
like, because
hold
they
on.
all have sensors on them when you hit them. So they should have
It's
the,
what
like,
Tony
sensor
finds inside
data?
the bathroom that has him extremely concerned. For those unfamiliar with this metal object is a tool that's used to unlock doors from the other side. This is something that strangers often use to enter someone's room without a key.
That's a lot more credibility
Oh my
to her story.
What?
So seeing this, the question is begged. Just what was this doing inside Arya's room? Could it be that someone had broken in? Or had she brought this
That's what I was
herself?
thinking.
If it's actually the case that someone had entered inside, then her video makes sense now. Or at least partially, because we still don't see who it is that she's running from. And it still
Right.
doesn't explain why the elevator was acting strange.
I think this is more of a, either like Elijah said, she's like on something and she's tweaking out, or the tool that they use to open the doors from the outside gives a little more credence to her story that somebody had broken into her room.
Not sure how to explain
It was
this.
probably
Tony
hiding in her
rewatches the
room,
security
and
footage
she
from
noticed
before.
it when she came in,
Maybe,
like
as
something
he
was
believes,
different, and then
there
left.
might be
and
someone
was
who
trying to be
appears later in
calm.
the video that could
and then
indicate she
runs
was being
off.
followed. After
Because
all, he did find
a
that
lot of the
tool
people
inside,
that will rob
so
you
he
or
checks
break into your
again.
room
However, this
make
is what he
sure that they
finds.
know kind of where the cameras are in the hotels like this.
Alright, y'all, so I'm
And
went back
I've
was
been in
looking
these
at the
hotels because I
video
used to
of that
deliver
girl
for Amazon,
from the
and
other day, right?
their
'Cause I'm
cameras do
thinking maybe
not
somebody
cover
must be
everything.
following
It's the
her
same problem with apartment
because I
complexes.
found
There's a
that thing in the
ton
bathroom.
of blind spots.
You know, it
You
makes
can even
sense
see
that
it there.
somebody's
They don't have a
probably
lot of cameras.
following her, because not just any person is going to have that tool.
Also, if me,
tool
myself,
is
and
for
I heard
getting
somebody
inside
behind
the
me, I
rooms.
would not stop running. I would never stop running until I was in a car like her.
Just
There would be
keep watching the
no
screen.
stopping
I saw
running.
something
Even
like
if I don't hear footsteps behind me anymore, I'm still running. Fuck it. I'm getting away from this building. So like what could have happened is they break into the room, right? They break in the room with that tool and go into the bathroom, because the bathroom in these hotel rooms is one of the only rooms you have that has a door that closes, right? A lot of people, I'm leaning back for whatever fucking reason. My model's being weird. Ignore it. They go into the bathroom because the bathroom has a closable door, right? And it's not like the closet, because a lot of times in like cheaper hotels like this, the closets are sliding doors, and that can hinder you if you're nefarious and you're going to chase after somebody. So I won't stop running. I'll become an Olympic. Yeah, I would not stop running until I was dying, like I was exploding. But they will hide in the bathroom because if you have a door that opens and closes, usually it'll open outwards. This is another problem with a lot of these cheap hotels, because the bathroom can block the main door. You can hit somebody with the bathroom door to stun them, right? So if you're using a sliding door, it's not as effective. You're not going to be able to hit them. But they probably were hiding in the bathroom, which is why the tool was in there. And then she goes in, notices something is off, because they were likely robbing her. If it was a person, notices something is off about her stuff, turns around and leaves, right? If my stuff is not where I left it, I'm leaving. I'm not staying. So she likely left. And then she said that she saw somebody behind her, right? She said she sees somebody. That's the whole reason she starts recording, is she leaves her room and then there's somebody behind her acting weird, which could be the person. And then she hears them take off, which is what causes her to take off running. And if it's me, I'm fucking like she did. I'm not stopping until I am out and in a car or in like a taxi or something. I've got to be something, or even in the lobby with other people, right? But like that's the best explanation kind of for why, like, unless she was the one opening and robbing people, but they didn't express that kind of stuff. You see me the next date over? Yeah, but they didn't express that she had been like seen doing weird shit. So I don't think she would be the one to bring a tool like that in there. It genuinely, like, that seems like if you step into a room and you get hit with a door, it's going to take you a second to reorient yourself. But that would have triggered the fight or flight response. You also have a gut instinct. We are animals. You have instincts. If your gut is telling you something is wrong, something is wrong. Believe it 100% of the time. It doesn't matter what you're doing. We, like, our peripherals in the back of our heads and stuff that is not part of your conscious brain, like what you think with all the time, and like what your thoughts are formed, and like what your eyes see and all this other stuff, like what you are visually perceiving is not everything you are seeing. What you're audibly hearing and like what you're registering is a better word for it, is not everything you're hearing. Your peripherals also exist and they are always working. So if your gut is saying, hey, something's wrong here, or something's different, or something's out of place, then believe it. Like the whole running with anyone around without leaving, reporting anyone, and banning all your stuff in social media was so weird. Not necessarily. So a lot of times if you could report it, but like not a lot will be done. If this is in America, especially, not a lot will be done without footage. If the perpetrator knows where the cameras are in this particular hotel, then they'll never get footage of them because they'll know like where the blind spots are. Like you mentioned, there's exit doors that they can leave without being spotted. Which if there was a dude, and likely in this case, she took off running down a hallway. He knew there was a camera in, or she knew there was a camera in, or they did. And they took off out of the exit door to try to like go around outside of the camera range and get her somewhere else, or just to like vacate it and give up on whatever they're doing. Not everything schizophrenics can take medication for that, and not a majority of the population has schizophrenia. Also, I don't think schizophrenia affects your peripherals. It affects your audio, like it does affect your audio visual depending on what type of schizophrenia you have. But I don't think it affects stuff like that. It might make it worse, like your brain can't tell everything like is wrong or not real, but it's not like the same as a gut feeling. Wow, Nightbot, you predicted he was going to put that in? Crazy. They were gonna put that in? But no, footage like this that looks creepy happens all the time. You'll see normally something is not there. Yeah, but there's like different schizophrenia, right? There's schizophrenia that allows you like does auditory hallucination, visual hallucination. There's sensory hallucinations. There's like a combination of all of them. My family has a lot of schizophrenia. My aunt is suffering from it significantly right now. She's crazy. Your perception of reality in general, I think. Yeah, but it's different on how it affects it, right? So it's not going to impact all of your instincts, and you will never go wrong by trusting your gut. If something is telling you, like if something in your body is saying, hey, this is not correct, don't stay in that situation. Like even if it turns out it was fine, nobody's going to hate you for leaving a situation, right? That's why I say like it doesn't matter. Even it doesn't matter who you are or what you're doing. I'm not saying like all your gut feelings about your relationship or whatever are true, although most of them are, because like I said, it's a process that is happening subconsciously, and it's dealing with other stuff that you're mostly your eyes and your ears, but also your sense of touch and like your perceptions are doing without you thinking. So it's all of that stuff without a conscious thought behind it, which makes it a little more truthful. But regardless, if you enter into a scenario, especially a hotel room, and something is screaming, how are you so smart at this? I'm not smart. I just have schizophrenic relatives. And I've done a lot of research on it because I am highly predisposed to it, and so are my siblings. But also I live in the US, so you have to be your own safety system, right? Like, unfortunately, our laws suck. So there's not a lot the police can do without a person on video, like, chasing you. And if they know where the cameras are, you're not going to get that. There's not a lot of things they can do with just that tool that's used to break in, right? They can't do anything with that. They don't know who did it. If something left it slightly open in the family. I mean, it happens, but like also I've walked into my house before coming home from a night shift all alone and thought something was wrong and went back and like went and stayed with a friend and nothing happened. But like something in my little tiny animal brain was like, this is wrong and this is a dangerous situation and you need to get out of it. So I did. But your animal brain is there for self-preservation. That's its only point. That's the only job it has. Your gut is self-preservation. It's like to protect your peace wholly and your safety. But like without any evidence at all, they can't do anything. Does that mean she was like faking it or tweaking? Maybe. Does it like guarantee that? Absolutely not. There's several ways this could have been very dangerous for her. And I also would not stop running or report. I wouldn't stop running to report it to the hotel. I would get the hell out. There's no way. There's nothing they can do. What are they going to go look for him? No, they're going to call the cops or security or something. And like, yeah, I mean, that would have showed them the tool in her room, but that wouldn't have guaranteed, you know, that she's safe in that hotel. What if it was one of the staff members? You know, you don't know this stuff. So you just get the hell out. And social media has been a big form of safety for people. It's safety in numbers. If you know about it, then you won't follow her mistakes, right? See, we go live. We got more scary stuff, please. But it's just weird. I've seen a lot of stuff very similar to this. It's definitely not ghosts, and definitely is people. And people are way scarier than ghosts. Doctored footage can be scary, right? Weird happenings can be scary, but people are always scarier.
Right there.
I don't know what that was.
This is crazy.
More serious. I am going to be doing more media stuff, more media sharing stuff.
This is crazy.
Yaps a lot.
Somebody explain this to me. Somebody, like, please, somebody explain to me what the hell that just was.
As if things couldn't get any more creepy, this happens. 3 minutes pass after Arya leaves and a dashing shadow appears on camera. But strangely, no one is around to cast it. Although there is someone at the end of this hallway, they're not remotely close to the silhouette that appears. Whatever this is, just seemingly comes out of nowhere in the same corridor
I think
that
he's
Arya
coming
was
out of a
panicking
room.
in. Perhaps she wasn't seeing things after all.
But yeah, that
Tony
door that
thinks
you're
so,
talking
and he
about,
also believes that a stranger was at
they
play
100%
here. However,
could have,
he can't say for sure, as he doesn't have any video evidence to
door.
prove this. But nevertheless, he has
he kneeled
this
down.
and
He came
other
out of a
clips
door
to
and, like,
possibly
bent
prove
down,
that something
I think.
unexplainable had taken
You
place
might have heard the
here.
rocks or her
Table,
screaming.
and that one of them stones just fell on the floor.
And there's no way that should happen.
While no further details or updates
Oh, that's the
have been given by
housekeeper. They
Tony,
did say there's a
let alone by
housekeeper on that
Arya,
floor.
this entire
It's probably the
situation
housekeeper.
continues to baffle viewers. Just what exactly
The
had Arya
elevator,
seen that
I don't
night?
know.
And what was going on with the elevator
It might
she
have a
was trying
set
to take?
timer for like when
most
people are in
videos,
it.
This
know?
one
But
remains a
I don't know.
mystery.
That's like the only part that's kind of weird.
Now the following video comes from a girl named Amy who writes that one night before going to bed, her little sister was freaking out because apparently she saw someone inside her bathroom.
Ooh, it's the
Where?
Roomba again.
He's tall? Do you still see him? Is he still in there?
Well,
Yeah?
it might not be the Roomba this time. I don't think Roombas are tall.
You want to show me where? In the shower? Okay. Are you sure you saw him?
Although no one is there, Amy's sister is shaken up. Understandably, even Amy herself was freaked out by this. There was no way she was making this up, as she knows her sister too well for that. Although pretty creepy, she eventually forgets the whole
6-foot
thing.
Roomba.
But fast forward to a couple nights later, and Amy records a video after seeing someone standing in her bathroom.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You look so sad. I'm sorry.
Now, just to clarify, both Amy and her sister share the same bedroom, which is why her sister is seen here. She was dead asleep when this happened, and thankfully so, because while recording this video, Amy
I need to
gets
get
this.
another fucking webcam for the cat. I get a Bluetooth webcam. That might be easier. They have Bluetooth capabilities, so. Webcat. I didn't pack.
That literally fell from up there.
Out of nowhere, the smoke detector falls in front of a mirror, and in its reflection, Amy's comforter is seen shifting on its own. It suddenly peels back, as if someone was pulling it open. But as we can see, no one is around to have done that. And it doesn't help that her sister saw a figure standing in the same room where this happened.
Do you still see him? Is he still in there?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Not much else is known about this incident, except that it scared the living daylights out of Amy. Like all videos, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions. Just how exactly did the comforter lift on its own? On a Wednesday afternoon, a woman named Sandra records a video of a house where not too long ago, something horrifying took place. Currently, no one lives in this house, and the reason for this is because Sandra moved out of it. She was the one who used to live there, and no one else has moved in since her. But for good reason. Something isn't right with this place.
So we are pulling up to my old house.
Pulling up to your old house.
No one lives here anymore. It's haunted.
No one lives here anymore.
Now, there have been many times when Sandra's family would claim to feel uneasy when visiting her place. Like them, she never enjoyed being here, but the reason she's now back is because only 2 nights ago, after just moving out, she got a strange notification from her security camera that's outside the house. She didn't know she had left it behind until receiving this notification, so she knew she had to pick it up. But after seeing what was recorded, there was no way she was coming back here alone at night. The following is what was caught on the security camera. Watch.
I'm trying to figure out what camera would be good for.
Creepy. We should go check it out.
No. The door is wide open.
Somehow, the door to the back entrance opens on its own. Thinking that someone had broken in, Sandra grabs her phone to call the police after seeing this on footage. After all, the lock on the door can be heard clicking open, as if someone was inside. But after seeing no one come out for more than a few minutes, that's when she knew this was something else. The reason she and her boyfriend moved out of this house in the first place wasn't just because they couldn't keep up with the bills, but also because of the strange things that kept happening inside. One night, Sandra woke up in a cold sweat to find someone or something staring at her from across the room. She blames it on sleep paralysis, but her boyfriend thinks otherwise. Now, despite having something on camera, they still don't have the camera itself. So, a few days later, Sandra goes back with her nephew to retrieve it, but while heading back, this is captured. Take a look.
No one lives here anymore. It's haunted.
A chair that appears heavy falls on its own, and it happens right when Sandra arrives. Despite there being nothing around to tip it over, the chair crashes down. For this reason, she believes it was no accident that this occurred. Just a few nights ago, the back door opened on its own, and before that, Sandra was already experiencing strange happenings in this house. It's no wonder why Sandra is fully convinced her old place is haunted. But of course, what are your thoughts on this? Is it actually the case that her old house is haunted? Or might there be an explanation for everything that's occurred? For now, there has yet to be a definitive answer to this question. On August 2nd of 2025, an old home video was posted by a girl named Kayla, who happens to be the girl in this footage. Although taken many years ago when she was just 3 years old, this recording continues to linger in her mind. And it's not because she's fond of this memory, but rather disturbed by it. To this day, she has no explanation for what was captured in it. In the video, Kayla's aunt is recording.
Okay, let's see what this one is. Whoops. There's only a minute long. What is this? There's only a minute cooldown on the media.
And as for my American friend, the CIA thinks it can infiltrate the mountain of Dr. Crud.
You can't scare me, you slant-eyed yellow bastard.
Take him to Detroit.
No! No, not Detroit! No! No, please!
We got a little sketchy.
This way, gentlemen. I'll show you to your rooms.
Got a little sketchy, but we're fine.
Recording young Kayla eating a bowl of soup. She's sitting at the table
forgot he
talking
said that,
to her
not gonna lie.
aunt when suddenly
I think it's
something
okay.
catches her attention.
I didn't say it,
What
and I'm not
happens next
condoning it.
has
And
left
it's
her
like an old
family
movie,
spooked.
so. Why am I leaning back? Why does it do this? Why does it do this?
Apple.
I am very confused. Look, an apple.
Come in here. Okay, stay in there. Stay in there in the library. But come in here. Okay? I won't let you anymore. I'm just gonna get.
Who you talking to?
I don't like that.
Who you talking to?
I don't want you. No.
Huh?
I don't like that one.
Well, who? You don't like who? What, baby?
Sit still.
Like what?
I don't know
For
why it
reasons
does
unknown,
that.
Kayla begins talking with someone who isn't there. She immediately looks to her side as if sensing someone before telling whoever or whatever is there to not get any closer. But eeriest of all, after telling them many times to stay away, Kayla becomes frightened.
What, baby? Like what?
Whatever it was that she saw had terrified her immensely. Now fast forward to this day, and Kayla makes a video explaining what she'd seen. It goes without saying,
yeah,
but
whatever.
what she
I
says
don't
makes
care.
this whole
It's
video
fine.
even more terrifying.
Here's
What
a
do you
story
want?
time because I know a lot of people were asking.
What do you want?
So
Where'd he go?
basically, we were just
Me?
eating potato soup, and I guess I saw something or someone on the stairs, and I was like,
I
"Don't
don't know
come
where you
in
went.
here." And they just kept getting closer to me, and you could see that I'm looking that way. And I'm
Okay,
just like,
Zelda, bye.
you know, because it's coming at me, and I'm like, get away. And I guess it wasn't a good ghost because I've seen other ghosts, and I don't know if she has them on video. I'll have to ask when I get home. She didn't even want to send me that.
Whatever it was that she had seen on the stairs would not leave her alone. They, or it, was seemingly persistent. To this day, she can't explain what she'd seen, as her memory of that moment is faint. She was only 3 years old at that time, but her aunt clearly remembers this moment, including other times when Kayla would talk to someone who wasn't there. At one point, little Kayla had told her aunt that she was playing with her Barbies upstairs when an old man started talking to her. But unfortunately, Kayla has no recollection of this incident or other occurrences. Whether she had seen a ghost or something else remains a total mystery. Now this next video takes place at a pool where a mother and daughter are hanging out.
He's out here so I could change the colors. You might be able to do it on the phone.
The one recording this is the mother. She was taking this video to show her sister the new lights that were just installed inside her pool. Thanks to those lights, they can now have nightly swims in the darkness of their backyard. However, after seeing this video, they might not be swimming at night from here on out. They've been hesitant to swim when it's dark, and it's all because of what
I
was
might be
caught
able
in
to
this
yoink
clip.
my dad's
Now, keep
iPhone
in mind
7
the mother
for
who
it.
took this didn't realize
I
what
forget
was
he has
captured
it.
until her sister saw the footage.
I'll have to
It wasn't
ask him
long
if I
after
can
sending her
take
the
it.
video that she received a
Turn
text
it into a
message
cat
back
cam. I'll
telling
have to buy
her
a
to rewatch the
tripod.
video again.
But I can
because
get
little
like
did
an
she know,
app, and then I
this was
can
caught.
set it up
Take a look.
for her.
He's out here so I could change the colors. You might be able to do it on
I could just clip it to the bookshelf that's next to him. And then we have a cat cam. Excuse me. Thinking of nightly swims today in the ocean, you're gonna get lost. They could drown.
Thinking that this video would just show the new lights, this is captured. Now, according to
What is it, a
Lacey, the
person?
sister who pointed this out, no one else was at the pool except her niece and her sister. Yet somehow, either someone or something crosses right in front of her niece without either of them noticing it. Neither mom nor daughter saw the passing figure in person. However, it appears on camera. Whatever this might have been is unknown, and it only gets weirder the more you
That's
look
a
at it.
Snapchat filter.
As Lacey mentions, it appears translucent at one point before looking like a solid figure again. From clear to solid, the figure acts very strange. Now, just for reference, this is an actual image of their pool. It's the same pool in this video, but with a tarp above it. Yet still, nothing in the pool resembles the shape that later appears. If no one or nothing else was there, then what was this? Lacey and her sister have yet to figure this out, but until they do, this video continues to keep them up at night. As always, let me know your thoughts on this one. If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. Now, as with most videos on the paranormal, it's usually the case that something creepy happens indoors. Whether it's at a house or inside a car, something seemingly inexplicable occurs. But when a child is thrown into this mix, well, things get even more unsettling. This next video was taken by a mother who was recording her son. What starts off as an innocent moment caught on camera turns into something
I need
deeply
to update
unnerving
my
later.
tracking
The
software. I
following
have
is
not
the
done that
mother's
in
video.
so long.
Have a look.
And I guarantee you that the program has an update. The Roomba. What's on my foot?
To the mother, it wasn't obvious at first, but after posting her video and receiving many comments telling her to look closely at the video, she became concerned, and understandably so, because someone or something appears behind the child's playpen. It's unknown
something
who
on my
or
foot,
what this was,
and I didn't know what
but
it
as many
was.
comments agree, there's
It
something
wasn't
deeply
anything. It was
unnerving
like a
about
piece of
this.
lint that was stuck in
As
the
is often the
carpet, but I
case,
was like, no way
not
those
much info
bugs
is
are back
available on the
after I've
story,
been
but still,
doing
the
all
lack
this.
of context only makes this video more mysterious. Just who or what exactly was caught here?
That's the boogeyman?
Let me know your thoughts on this one.
He's just paying, you know, annual tithings to your child.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and make sure to hit the bell icon so you don't miss any
We
uploads in the
watch
future.
an iceberg. Let's
Also,
watch
be
an
sure to
iceberg.
check out the official TikTok account for this channel.
Sid the bug lady. I am not a bug lady. I don't want these beetles. Zelda dragged him in.
I'm explaining. I only know. I'm the popular in different hall. Okay, I'm trying to explain that I got not
These are the worst things to get caught on live stream in the form of an iceberg. We'll start with the more strange, and as the video progresses, the footage will become increasingly terrifying.
Oh god,
and
Kai Sinat's at the top.
I made this
No.
iceberg myself, and it delves into the worst incidents ever captured on a live stream. Viewer discretion is highly
He's gonna get me. It's the boogeyman.
Level 1. Kai Cenat New York Riot. In August 2023, popular Twitch
I don't
streamer
know.
Kai Cenat
I might have to skip this one because I don't think Twitch likes like riot stuff like at all. I don't think they're okay with it at all. So let's skip through that. I'm not gonna test it.
Playmate Tessie. January 2021. Twitch streamer Maya West,
I know somebody got
also
banned
known
just for
as
accidentally
Playmate
being a part of
Tessie,
it, of
is
a riot,
streaming
and
as per
like
usual.
streaming it. So
But instead of
I'm not big
playing
enough to be
games,
safe.
she's
So I'm just
hanging out
gonna
on the video chat
stay out of
website
that.
Omegle, joking and chatting with the
Oh
total
god,
strangers
Omegle.
that happened to appear on her screen. But then came a girl with a serious medical condition, leukemia. Maya's instinctive response was to mock her.
You're fat, you're ugly, you look deformed, you're poor, and you have cancer and no hair, and your wig's crooked, by the way, fix that.
She made endless rude and derogatory comments
remember
about
this
her
girl.
appearance, calling her fat and ugly, even going so far as to threaten to sue her and take away her treatment funds. The whole stream was such an unimaginable disaster that her followers
She looks like she'd
rejected
say
her
something like that too.
overwhelmingly for her
She's
horrific,
giving like wannabe
narcissistic,
mean
and
girl.
cruel treatment of an innocent person. Overnight, she lost thousands of
Good quick way
followers,
to get
earning herself unending aggression on social media by people who thought she was cruel and insensitive. And as if all of this
She
was
is
not
cruel
bad
and
enough,
insensitive.
just 2 weeks later, she fell asleep during her live stream while her dad and sister were arguing and yelling about a lot of personal details. Well, all of her outraged fans went and found her dad's workplace, sending in the clips of her making comments about people with cancer and costing her dad his job. By the time she was back on stream, her dad sent a very clear message.
I need you at my house. I'm gonna be home in an hour. You better not be there.
I'm trying to delete. I can't delete it.
I don't know. You should have never added on.
I was
That's just
sleeping.
karma,
I was
babe.
sleeping. I didn't know you were screaming.
He wanted her out of his house, disgusted that she would do such a thing in front of the world. And of course, she reacted in her usual spoiled brat way, reporting him to the police for alleged abuse. In a single stream, Maya basically ruined her entire streaming career and her life, forced to stream from a crappy hotel room while her dad ripped her to pieces. Zillion OP.
Why would
fake
you
disability.
Why would you keep streaming after that? Like after the cancer thing, why would you keep streaming? Like I like to think that I am not that insufferable, but like how do you have no conscience that like millions of, and I get it, there's a lot of like people that get a lot of hate for no reason. I mean, but usually you get haters because you either have a fringe personality or opinion or a shitty one. Like one of the two. I mean, you can have a not shitty one and you can get a lot of haters too. But like if you have millions of people hating on you, like they're not just haters. Like you've done something, right? So how can you see all these comments and be so insufferable that you think people still want you to be live? I would crawl under a rock and die if I mean, I would never do something like that, of course. But like if I did universally, you don't make fun of cancer patients. Like that's just a universal truth. But like, how do you go online and you do something like that? And then you come back online and you're like, yes, this is what the people want. Are you kidding me? How do you not have a shred of like conscious or like understand that
Days of
nobody
Twitch,
likes you
Zillion
and you're
OP
a
was
horrible
an
human
extremely
being?
promising streamer. His World of Warcraft streams would draw thousands and thousands of viewers, many of whom admired him personally for the hardships he had faced. Zillion
Oh,
OP
I remember this
was
guy.
paralyzed
He
from
like
the
stood
waist
up on the
down
stream.
thanks to a brutal and severe car crash. He had always
Stood
streamed
up.
in a wheelchair,
And then he
which is why it
jokes
was so
about it and stuff,
surprising when on
I
April
think.
5th, 2013, during a stream with his girlfriend, he said he had to go AFK and, thinking he had swapped his overlays, he stood up from his wheelchair and walked out of frame, only to immediately realize his mistake. But when he came back to tilt the camera down, the damage was done. The
A
viewers were
miracle
stunned, immediately
on
calling him out in the
God.
chat over
You
what
want
they had
proof
just
Jesus is real? Here you go.
Shortly after, Zillion and his girlfriend tried to explain the situation, claiming that Zillion had fallen while trying to stop his dog messing with his computer cables. It made absolutely no sense to anybody.
Ah, yes, you
especially
get
since
up
the camera
because your
caught the
dog.
reflection of a fish tank, clearly showing him standing up and walking away. The scandal went viral, forcing Twitch to permanently ban Zillion from the platform for fraudulent practices. In total, it's believed he had received around
my God.
$20,000 in donations, all because
Yeah,
he
save the money for
pretended
real
that he
disabled
could not
people.
walk. Jake and Bake.
Like
Twitch
people who
streamer
actually need the
Jake
money for
was in the
healthcare.
middle
Like
of a
give it to
late-night
them.
streaming
Stop
career,
scamming people.
discussing his equipment setup
Good
while
grief.
standing outside of a kebab shop when he noticed an uncomfortable and clearly distressed young woman rushing past with a man. It was
Oh, yeah, I've
something
seen this
that
one
Jake
too.
had seen before on other streams. When she spotted that Jake was in the middle of a live stream to thousands of people, she immediately made a beeline to him, pulling the "sorry, I'm here with my friend" card with him. It was pretty obvious to Jake that she did not know nor want to know this man. She was being followed against her wishes. So, Jake did what he had to do, playing along and talking to her.
Look
as
at the
though he had
guy. You're
always known
creepy.
her,
Get
encouraging
away.
the stalker to just keep walking and leave her alone. Of course, they had never met before.
Dude, you were
but
so
Jake
weird.
knew that she needed help to escape what could have been a seriously dangerous situation.
Go the hell
woman
away.
thanked him the minute that the guy left, admitting that she had felt like she was in serious danger. Jake had done a
That's the other
very
thing.
good
Like,
thing,
how, as a
potentially saving
person,
this woman.
do you see somebody go up to a stranger
Level
and
2.
like pretend like they know them,
Mr.
and then
Big.
you continue to
On
try to
October
talk to them?
1st,
Hello?
2015, Mr.
That is
Big
such a
was
blatant
live
show
streaming
of
on Twitch
disinterest.
When he had a sudden and strange knock at the door, despite it being around 11:30 p.m. It was the police. Apparently, there had been a noise complaint reported at Mr. Big's house, but he did not believe he had done anything wrong and had no interest in complying with the incident. He totally refused to provide his name to the responding officer. Of course, that wasn't received well. The officer had a job to do and was determined to do it no matter what.
You
After
can't-
a long discussion about his rights as a citizen, Mr.
There's like, okay, if you don't live in the US, it's probably not really well known, but like when somebody calls a complaint on your house and you open the door, you have to identify yourself for their safety and your safety. They have to be able to tell like what's happening. They have to know if they're giving you a ticket, they have to know who they're giving the ticket to. Like, you have to identify yourself. It's an arrestable offense, failure to identify. Like, and it's such a little thing. I mean, I get people who don't like the cops, but it's such a stupid thing to go to jail for, you know? Just being an asshole to these people who have a job to do. Like, they didn't make the call, dude. They're just trying to do their job, and you're over here like, well, I'm gonna be an asshole, and I'm not doing what you want me to. And then you're surprised when you get punished for it. There are rules that you have to follow, sir. They're part of our society, and not all of them are great, but they all apply to everybody. And you have to identify yourself in this scenario. You can't just be like, well, I'm not giving you my name. That's not how it works. And then they're like, oh, why'd you arrest me? Are you fucking kidding me? Brother, have we been witnessing the same scenario? What is happening?
Big
I think I've
was
seen this one too, but I don't remember what
escorted
happened.
out of the apartment. But shortly after Mr. Big's arrest, a burglar took advantage of Mr.
Oh yeah,
Big's
he gets
arrest
fucking
and
burgled.
unlocked the door, stealing as much
It's
as he
not funny.
wanted.
It's not
Nike Air
funny.
Jordans, a
It's
gaming
not funny.
headset, a wallet, and a
But
cell phone.
but the if he would have just identified himself, they probably wouldn't have even given him a ticket. Usually for like noise complaints, you normally get like shut up. If we get another one, you're going to jail or you're getting a ticket or whatever. He literally just had to identify himself and like comply with the cops. He shouldn't have been streaming all of that, right? Especially if he doesn't want his personal details to get out. That's totally fine. He could have literally said to the cops, I am live streaming. Do you mind if we step outside and like close the doors so they can't hear us? That would have been fine. They would have been okay with that. Most of them anyway. If they weren't, that's on them and that's weird. But like, if you're like, hey, I have a camera running and it's live streaming, do you mind if I step outside and like give you all this information? Like, I don't want that to be on the internet. That's totally okay. That's totally okay. Because they ask for like your name, your information, your birthday, and your address, I think. Or they'll ask for your ID identification card, like your driver's license, and then they'll have you confirm your address that's on it. But if he had just identified himself, they would not have taken him to jail. They would have given him a warning and he would have gone back to this and he would not have been burgled. Okay? This was a series of events that he perpetrated by starting this bullshit. Like, just what is happening? It's so easy.
Fortunately, the
It
arrest
doesn't go on your
happened
record.
during a live stream, so the entire thing was captured live on camera.
I think he gets
and
banned
the
for
viewers
this.
promptly reported the incident to the police. It turned out that the burglar was Mr. Big's own neighbor, who was arrested and charged with felony offenses. All of Mr. Big's stolen property was returned. Dum G's Dine and Dash.
Like, that wouldn't have
It was
happened.
October 24th,
Oh, dear God. Who is this?
2024, and Kick streamer Dum G's was taking part in
Oh,
a
a
contest
Kick
organized by
streamer.
a fellow streamer. The best date stream would win $50,000. So Dum Dum decided he would take a homeless woman on a date to a classy restaurant.
The streamer or the
The whole
thief?
date
They're both stupid. They're both competing for fucking third place. They are dumb as hell. Cause like all of it could have been avoided. Thief wouldn't have gone to jail for like crimes. He likely knew that that guy wouldn't comply and be arrested, which is why he called the noise complaint. Because noise complaints are so easy to deal with. And if you call too many on them, like if the police get too many and they investigate and like nothing is happening, because they don't just arrest people or like give them tickets for noise complaints, right? They'll go around the building, especially if you live like an apartment building. They'll go around and ask, like, have you been hearing any noises? Like, is there anything you want to complain about? Like, is it too loud? All this other stuff. Like, they investigate, right? It's not just, oh, this, he said, she said, we're giving you a ticket for hundreds of dollars. That's not how it works. So, like, Big Bro just had to give his identification. The first one's always a warning. They don't really do any investigation on that one. But if they get repeated calls, they will investigate, right? They're not just going to keep giving you tickets or, like, give you a ticket or whatever. They do their due diligence most of the time before they give any monetary punishment. But Big Bro could have avoided all of that. Like, bro didn't have to go to jail for felonies, and he didn't have to get arrested for failure to identify if he just cooperated a little bit. Like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? They weren't accosting him. They had a job to do.
was streamed with Dum Dum and the woman ordering all the food that they wanted on the assumption that Dum Dum would be paying. But when the bill finally came, Dum Dum claimed he left his wallet in the car and fled the restaurant.
I think I left my wallet in my car. I'll be right back. All right.
The chat, his chat saying LMAO and like the funnies. Only Kickstarter could be this dumb. Genuinely. It's because they all get kicked off of Twitch because they're low life, nobody, bitches. Like everybody in this chat that's laughing about it, they deserve all the karma in the world. Like, I hope you get the day you deserve, you assholes. Like, genuinely, if you think that's funny, then you're a horrible person. You are a horrible person and you don't deserve anything good in your life. And I will be cursing you forever. Saying double W, like, it's not a
My
W.
ATM, Nari. Thank you.
Hopping into a rideshare vehicle while Mabel was still in the restaurant. Dum Dum
That's
kept the
pathetic.
stream running while he dined and dashed, leaving the homeless woman with a challenge
He gets
of
banned off
finding a
Kick.
way to pay the bill. But by this point, the stream had already gone viral, outraging pretty much everybody who saw it. Dum Dum's exploitation of the homeless woman touched a serious nerve, with many people calling for his total ban from every single platform. And the co-founder of Kick agreed, permanently banning Dum Dum and offering a $50,000 reward to anyone who could help him connect with the homeless woman to make it right. But Dum Dum now faced a serious challenge, saving his streaming career. When he finally came to discuss the problem, he claimed that the whole thing was scripted and that the homeless woman was in on it from the beginning, but it didn't stop the outrage whatsoever.
That's
Ice
so horrible.
Poseidon's run-in with a mob.
I don't know if I would call this disturbing though. It is in the context of like American homelessness, right? Because of how bad it is and like how bad the government hates homeless people and like how much of a like spit in the face it is. It's disturbing to see somebody like ask now if there's a room, but that would just, it's disturbing to see somebody take advantage of somebody like that, right? For content, no less. And it's one of the, I think they put it on here because it's one of the few times that Kick has actually permanently banned somebody. I think there's only a handful of people that are permanently banned off Kick. That's just how bad of a platform it is. And they generally only do it when they know they're going to take a financial hit if they don't, right? Like nobody wants to support a platform that supports somebody who has enough of a fucked up head to take a homeless person into like a homeless woman into a restaurant to give her like a little bit of hope for a good meal and then leave her like dine and dash. That's pathetic. It's a pathetic, like it is disturbing on like a humanity level, not like a creepy level, you know?
Live
He is a
streamer
creep
Ice
though.
Poseidon was in the middle of an IRL stream
Oh my God,
at an
Ice
Italian
Poseidon.
restaurant in Los Angeles when he was suddenly confronted by an irate man claiming to be the owner of the restaurant and a member of the local mafia. He told Ice that many of the other customers had complained about him, warning him that the sooner he left, the better. It was an ominous warning, one that his followers urged him
Committing
to
a
take
crime on stream.
seriously.
They don't.
I'm getting about 30 calls about you on my phone, and I'm a gangster. So you better leave here right now before there's trouble for yourself. You understand that? You're the mob over here. You better leave now. Got it?
So Ice promptly left the restaurant, but his curiosity got the better of him. A little while later,
This is a controversial take. I don't feel bad for Ice Poseidon with the bullshit that he's had. I feel bad for the people around him that are affected. I don't feel bad for him being punished for the audience he curated. Like, at all. I don't feel bad that like he created this environment for these people, and he continues to let them like exist in this environment, and he continues to be punished for it, and I feel no like sympathy for him at all. I feel bad for everybody like that's affected around him, like the restaurant goers that had to witness that, or the people on the plane for the one bomb threat he had. That's got to be very scary for them. But like he created this scenario. You did this, dude. This is on you. You started this and you allowed this bullshit in your streaming community. So these are the consequences of your actions. You wanted that money and now you get that money, but you're also going to take punishment for it.
he went back to the restaurant to understand what the complaints had been. And much to his confusion, he discovered that the guy who threatened him was
Welcome
not
back, Kohai.
the owner. Actually, he was just a delivery guy who wasn't even working at the restaurant at the time he had threatened Ice. In fact, the real owner had to tell Ice that the guy almost definitely had just exaggerated or entirely made up any ties to the mafia. At no point had Ice ever been in any danger.
Also, like, stop streaming. Is that baffling to these people? If you're getting threats by the mafia, stop streaming. Don't be streaming that. Why do you keep streaming? Like, go offline. Are you kidding me? He streamed his way through the bomb threat too. Like, don't stream that. But the content, it's not content. You're feeding the flames that cause more of this. Right? He should be banned off every platform for exacerbating these like actual genuine issues. Like, what if somebody gets a wild hair up their ass and actually does something bad, right? He's gonna stream like his own murder at one point.
Nor had any complaints been made about his behavior. This was simply some guy who wanted to make an impression on the stream. And
Dead, but
he
I'm going to show everyone where I am. Right?
Pokimane fires her editor.
Oh god,
During one of her
Pokey.
Twitch streams, Pokimane started to recall an
I don't like
incident
her
in
either.
which she had to fire one of her video editors for an insanely
As much as that is a danger to
inappropriate
say
and
on Twitch,
disturbing reason.
I'm too small
The
for her,
editor
me to
was
be on her
consistently
radar.
missing deadlines, often delivering videos a week or two late. When she confronted him about the delays and demanded an explanation, he told her. He told her a little too much.
Hey, do you have time to talk? I'm ready to finally tell you why I've been struggling so much with deadlines. And I said, oh, like,
I've seen this one
great.
too.
Hopefully this is
Some
something
of these
that
people
we can
stream their own
fix.
death. Yeah, but they,
Tell
if you
me
stream
why he
anything like that,
proceeds
like
to tell
remotely
me
close,
that the
Ice was
reason
not.
why-
Ice was not streaming on Twitch because Ice has already been banned off Twitch. I think he's been banned off YouTube as well. I think he's only streaming on Kick now. And Kick doesn't ban you for like a lot of this stuff. You have to be it has to be overtly like violent and cruel for them to ban you. Or like the thing we saw earlier, it has to be something where they know they're going to lose a lot of like advertisers and stuff, so they have to ban off that. But they are loosey goosey with what they allow on that platform. So a lot of that shit, it's like 4chan up in there. You do not want to be on Kick. It's not a good platform.
He would sometimes
Here I
turn
am
on
threatening my
videos a week
my
or two late is because he
my account
couldn't
on Twitch by saying I don't
stop
like Pokey.
touching himself.
He admitted that he couldn't meet the deadlines because he couldn't stop touching himself. Pokimane clarified that the editor never said it was specifically about her, but the confession was highly inappropriate and unprofessional regardless, especially given that she had been sending
It bothers
him
me that she
hours
has
of
rupees on her
unedited
wall. We
footage
can't like
for
the
his
same thing.
work. Despite the
I'm kidding.
incident, Pokimane continued to pay the editor for a few months, viewing his behavior as an
Did we
addiction.
ever get any proof for this claim? Like, I don't, Kohai, since you've seen it. I don't know if she ever gave any proof. This just comes across as like something she would say for attention. Like, of course this happens. Of course this happens. I'm not claiming like it doesn't happen. People online are weird. People online have always been weird and they always will be weird. But like, did we get proof? But to come up, yeah, to talk about it on stream? Why? Like that gives, in my opinion, if you do like this, like if you talk about something like that on stream with no proof, she didn't from what I know of, just give proof. You can fucking like block out names and stuff and like the explicit stuff, but people can put context in. Just give proof. It's so easy. Give receipts. If you don't have receipts for this kind of stuff, it lowers the credibility regardless of your fame, especially if you're famous. It lowers your credibility each time you talk about shit like this. And she's got a really, really, really bad track record of lying about shit like this. So I do not believe a word she says. I don't know why it's on this compilation. It's not proven.
But eventually she realized the gravity of the situation and completely terminated the working relationship.
Also, why would you continue to pay him if he says something like
identifying
this?
streamers admitting that they too had
What?
experienced the same kind of harassment and that it was commonplace in just about all aspects of streaming.
It is
Your
common,
fellow Arab,
but like,
Addison Pierre Malouf,
you don't have
also
proof
known
in the
as
court
Your
case,
Fellow
right?
Arab, is a YouTube
But
personality
like,
who is
she's got the
famous for
fame
going
and
to
the money,
most
so nobody's gonna
dangerous
target
places in
her,
the world and filming
which
his
is why it's so
experiences
bad.
there. Pretty much everywhere he's gone, he's been held
People
at
have
gunpoint
died
or
because of stuff like
worse.
that.
But one of the most alarming
And she's
live
never
streaming
really,
experiences
she's been
came
reckless
in
her whole career. She's never really come to terms with the
Arab
fact that her
wasn't
words have
in the most
gravity, and she
dangerous
needs
place
to
he'd
do
ever
that.
been. Nigeria was intense, and
Link, are
Brazil
you in
was
here?
pretty dangerous. But Florida, by comparison, should be fairly
There's a cat in
easy.
here. I hear them. I
But while
don't
he
know
was
where
streaming
they're
in
at.
a park, he settled down
Ooh, I
next
have a
to a
Roomba.
random
It's
guy
Zelda.
who wanted money for drugs.
I hear her call her.
Arab told him he had no money and that he was tired of being disrespected by
yes.
a stranger, but that's when everything took a turn.
Oh, he
The
gets
guy
banned.
started
This guy
telling
gets
him that
banned.
he was a gang member who was willing to kill anybody who crossed his path and pulled out a gun to prove it. Sensing the
This is why
danger,
IRL
Arab quickly
streamers
got
get
up and fled
fucking
the scene,
banned
even
off
as the guy
everything.
kept screaming at him.
Because
Again,
y'all are
this was not
annoying,
the
number
most
one.
dangerous
IRL
place he
streamers
had
are
ever
some of the
been.
most annoying
This
and
was
irritating people I've ever met
Florida.
in my life.
But even he knew when to
And
leave
also, they
trouble
stream, like, the most
Carl
invasive
Reimer.
/ dangerous
It was March
stuff.
2020, and
Like,
Carl Reimer was
why?
streaming Call of Duty to his 100,000 Twitch followers while
Why?
drinking.
Just don't.
At one point, one of his
Like,
followers
okay, I've talked to this about this to Taylor and stuff, but I recently finally became a VTuber for Twitch, right? And there's a lot of people that are complaining because the TOS for the block party, where people will be drinking and eating and like having fun, but they will be intoxicated, and consent is for everything. And when you are intoxicated, you cannot consent, including to have your image taken and put online for profit. You cannot consent to something like that when you're intoxicated. Consent goes everywhere. So, like, the TOS for the block party says that you're not allowed to have any big rigs and you're not allowed to take any, like, big cameras in, right? You can take photos and videos on your phone. So, like, if you're an IRL streamer that only sets up with your phone, you can still be a little irritating, but you can't take a whole camera rig in there. So, all these backpacks and stuff that they carry around to carry all their bullshit, they're not allowed to take those in there for good reason, because it deters a lot of the bigger ones from streaming people's faces, especially because Twitch has to be conscious of their VTuber community. We are a large part of the streamer community now. We take up a large part of streamers, and also a lot of their big streamers are VTubers, like Gija and Shy Lily and shoot, I can't remember, fucking Iron Mouse, all these other people. Like, they're obviously not going to show up to TwitchCon without it being scheduled and everybody knowing. And a lot of them won't show up at all because they're so, VTuber don't have rights in here. Well, yeah, but like I'm saying, in the block party, it's because it's a lawsuit, right? You can sue people for you being intoxicated and then you not giving consent to stuff like that. When you're totally conscious and like stuff, and you enter into TwitchCon, like the building itself, you kind of waive some of those rights. But the block party is different. Like, you have different rights there, like different things are in play, especially because alcohol is there. There's just like, and also the danger of somebody who's drinking alcohol, carrying a giant rig. You could hurt somebody, you could hurt yourself, you could break your shit and sue Twitch for it. Like, there's a whole plethora of reasons why they don't allow big rigs in there. But there's a lot of IRL streamers about it in the server. And I'm like, Fucking shut up. Iron Mouse, if she does show up, it's only gonna be through a tablet or something. Well, yeah, because of her health problems. But like Gija does the same thing, and so does Shy Lily, because they're so big that like if they get exposed, it's the end for them, right? For their like personal identification, they don't want to let that be known. Hey, hold on, Zelda's doing something. One sec. What are you doing? She's getting into a trash bag that has nothing for her. Anyways, they're like complaining, right? Because Twitch they call it badly written TOS. And I'm like, no, you just don't like it. That doesn't make it badly written. That just means that it doesn't suit you. But like, it doesn't matter. IRL streamers are not going to be catered to forever, especially in super extremely public spaces like conventions, because there are other streamers in the community. You cannot stream something for like 1 second, right? Like you can go to TwitchCon and not stream TwitchCon because there's a lot of people that don't want to be streamed. There's also a lot of IRL streamers that try to break into like VTuber only parties and stuff like that, and that is extremely inappropriate. Whenever I think they're this other, they all do. But that's extremely inappropriate because VTubers don't show our faces for a reason. Like they're either you're just not comfortable with it, or you've had something happen, or like you just are avoiding something, or you just don't feel like it. For whatever reason, VTubers don't show our faces, and that should be something that should be respected. Like, what the fuck is my model doing? Like, I don't care if you don't like it. It is not up to you. My life is not up to you. So you don't get to choose what's happening. And if I don't want to stream my face and stuff, that is my choice. And you don't get to choose like whether or not you like that. I don't care. So like spaces should be more respectful, and they're upset about it. And I'm like, get over it. Nobody cares.
Had made some
But that's
kind
why I
of
don't have a
joke
lot of
prompting
like
Carl to
sympathy for a
grab
lot of IRL
gun
streamers.
and
You guys put
jokingly
yourselves in that
threaten the
situation.
viewer.
Don't
But in
do
doing
that.
so, he accidentally
Myself included, Kohai. A lot, especially of female people, like female women that have become VTubers. It's because of a stalking incident, because people don't know boundaries and parasocial shit happens. And it's very dangerous. And hiding yourself behind a model is a lot easier than like just quitting outright. Because a lot of people love streaming and they want to keep streaming, but they can't because of that bullshit. Didn't Rogue have that happen? I don't know for sure. I remember her telling me, but I don't remember for sure she was a streamer before she was a VTuber, or if she happened to like if she caught a stray asshole from like after she started streaming, you know? Hold on, I'm gonna try to fix this fucking webcam because it's being stupid. I'm gonna put it at 25. 30. 30's fine. 30's fine, and then we're going to lower the camera. Okay, that's not helping. I'm gonna raise the camera? That's a little better. People gotta take their head out of their asses? Yeah, but they won't, and that's the problem, right? So, like, I don't have a lot of sympathy for situations that people put themselves in. And that sounds bad. That sounds bad. That sounds bad, and I should have a little bit more sympathy or empathy for those people, but I don't. And I'm allowed that. Maybe even if it makes me an asshole.
He pulled the trigger, discharging the gun, which had one live round inside. The bullet tore through a
Also, if you put guns on your stream and then you get upset when you get banned, when that's against every TOS available, except Kick, I think, that's on you. Like, even YouTube has super strict guidelines for guns and stuff. If you have an accidental discharge, or like if you film somebody getting shot, stuff like that, you get banned immediately. Twitch does not like them at all. Like, you should not even have them on Twitch. I don't know of anybody that, I think everybody that I've seen that's had an accidental discharge with a gun on stream has been banned.
metal cup ricocheted and destroyed his computer monitor. Nobody was hurt, thankfully, but Carl knew he would face consequences for this.
Yep.
Almost immediately, Twitch suspended his account, and his esports team, Soar Gaming, immediately dropped him from the squad. Carl came back to post an apology video acknowledging his mistake and taking full responsibility for his actions, making it clear that guns are not toys and should never be handled irresponsibly, especially while intoxicated like he was. But the damage was done, and while many of his followers applauded him for taking responsibility for his own stupidity, it was too late to undo it. He had already lost many of the streaming collaborations he had worked so hard to achieve.
Advertisers don't like that either.
iShowSpeed swatted. It was
Oh, God.
November 2023, and iShowSpeed was celebrating the
I don't
purchase
care
of his
if you
new
think somebody's
10
annoying. If you swat somebody, you deserve to go to jail forever. Like, life sentence. You are dangerous. YouTube, you have to go through a bunch of hoops just to use guns. I know. There's like a couple of streams that not streamers, but like channels on YouTube that do gun stuff, and they have like permits and the permissions from YouTube, and they have to keep up with like their safety like certifications and everything else. There's a whole bunch of hoops they jump through. Because I mean, and they should, right? Because guns are dangerous and they kill people, and you don't want that kind of stuff on stream. You don't want to show that it's easy. You don't want to make it like seem like it's accessible to everybody, because guns are dangerous. I shoot guns. I hunt. I also accept that guns are very dangerous, right? Like, we have a large collection, but like it's not available to kids, and you don't start using them until you're older. Gun is able, not empty. Well, yeah, but that's like normal. And no, there's YouTube channels that shoot guns, right? They show you the differences, and like they shoot dummies and everything else, but they have to like, you can't have anybody when you're shooting, you can't have anybody like behind the target you're shooting just in case. You can't ever show anybody getting shot. Like, there, you have to be very careful about what you post. And it's good. It's good. These guidelines are good. They should be things, right? But yeah, an accidental discharge that almost kills you on stream is obviously going to get you banned. And a lot of advertisers will drop your ass. But yes, back to my point. If you swat anybody, you deserve to go to jail forever. I don't give a shit. If you yourself didn't do anything, that is attempted murder, and you should be charged for it. And fuck you, honestly. On God, karma's coming for you.
Million subscribers. But then everything took a very sudden
Excuse me.
All thanks to his followers.
Right, exactly. That's how it should be.
iShowSpeed quickly and suddenly left his streaming setup, telling his followers that he had to step away for his own safety. Suddenly, the room was full of armed police officers, and that was when everybody realized what was going on.
Also, if you're getting swatted, you will be detained. If you fight it, you make it worse. Don't fight it. Be as compliant as you physically can, because these people have come thinking you are a threat to yourself or others, and they are not playing. They are not playing. Like, if like you get swatted for whatever reason, do not, and I mean do not, be an asshole, be compliant, let them have what they want. You're going to get detained. They have to. It's part of the procedure. You are being, basically somebody told them that you have either a gun pointed at somebody, you're holding a hostage, or there's a bomb somewhere. They have to like search the premises, make sure you're alone, you're okay, and like figure it out, because they can't take these swatting like accusations lightly unless it's happened a whole bunch of times. Even then, they have to go through some of the procedures, because if they don't and something happens, it's on them, right? So like, it's horrible to get swatted, and it's very, very dangerous, but these people are doing their jobs, like, and they have procedures because that's what they were told, right? Or they might think you have a hostage or something else. They're coming in thinking this is an immediate threat, like something is going to happen immediately, and they have to stop it. So it's very dangerous to like not comply with them.
He had been swatted again.
This is not the time to be an asshole to the cop.
iShowSpeed had been swatted and handcuffed on stream, all because someone online decided to call in a fake emergency call to get as many police to his new house as possible.
Right.
The situation
But
was
also,
so terrifying to see.
But also, this is another one that I don't feel a lot of sympathy for, because he also curated this community. Like these are the people that he entertains and he keeps in his stream. The second I know one of you fuckers does something like this, done, out. I don't care. You're banned permanently. I will find a way to IP ban your ass. Like, I don't care. I don't tolerate that shit at all. It is unsafe, and it's horrible, and you don't deserve any like second chances or anything else. There will never be an unban for that, ever. Even if you did it to somebody else. If I find out somebody did it, like if I ever hear on another Twitch stream that such and such Twitch channel swatted somebody, you get banned. Like, off my channel. I don't want that shit. Dolphin bonk.
This looks nothing like what they do when they're socially
Waste of
interacting
police
with
source.
another.
Yeah, it is.
They perform all sorts of odd behaviors, much like we might do in front of a mirror to see what we look like when we do that new dance step, or when we just want to see how we look.
that he took to
It is a waste of
Snapchat
police
to
resources,
express
but they
his
have to take it very,
frustration,
very
warning
seriously.
viewers about how dangerous the whole thing was and how close he came to dying. He begged his followers to stop the whole thing and to think of the streamers, their families, and their well-being. But, of course, streamers continue to be victims of this horrifying pattern. Car snob, car crash. In December 2024, a Kick streamer named Car Snob was doing an IRL stream from inside his car. But while he was stationary in his vehicle, another car approached from behind and rear-ended him in a pretty serious accident.
I'm pretty
Now,
sure that
for most
car
people,
flipped
they would
over.
immediately be concerned about the other person's well-being or worried about the damage that could have been caused. But instead, Car Snob's instant reaction was to urge his followers to clip it.
Wow, that's a clip. Clip it. Clip it. That
What an
dude's
idiot.
rolling. Oh my god, clip it.
So
What a
he could use
moron.
it for his social media.
Get out of your
Broadcast
car. See if the
continued
other
after that,
person's
with the streamer constantly
okay.
expressing his excitement that it got caught on camera. He was upset
see if
about
they're
the
okay.
damage,
That
of
car was
course, noting
flipping.
that his rear window was damaged and his car likely totaled, but he didn't seem to care about any of
Beyond rotten brain,
only
honestly.
that it was captured for the world to see. The footage quickly went viral, with many viewers expressing
Looks like
total
a bumper
disbelief
flew up.
that
Is that what
Car Snob was
happened? It
so
looked
much
like the
more
car was
concerned
flipping to
about
me.
getting it clipped than actually paying attention or checking on the other person. Of course, some people pointed out that the footage would be valuable when it came to claiming insurance, as it would prove that Car Snob didn't actually cause the incident. It didn't
Where is he
reflect
sitting?
particularly well on him, however.
No,
Level
not
3.
at all.
Redempto gets choked.
Hold on. Hold on. I want to see.
Footage quickly of window was cut
Hold on.
to clip it, but instead, Car Snob's instant reaction from the car. But while he was stationary in his vehicle, another car.
No, that's the car flipping. That's too much of a car to be a bumper. That is a whole vehicle. I don't know if they could have rolled up on their two wheels and then come back down. Like they could have been rolled up on their two wheels, hit his car, and his car momentum, or the momentum coming off of hitting his car turned them back over. But that's a whole vehicle. That's a whole car. Interesting.
3. Redempto gets
That car was
choked.
flying. It was.
It was February 13th, 2022, and Redempto was doing an IRL stream in Amsterdam. These streams
Why would you
were the
do
most
this?
popular things he did on his channel, but he had something of a history of encountering some pretty awful people willing to harass and assault him on stream. Today, however, was worse. Walking through downtown Amsterdam, the
Yeah,
streamer
he could
was
have very well could have died if that car landed on top of his car instead of hitting his bumper. Also, why would you keep IRL streaming if you get harassed and like assaulted on stream all the time? Why would you keep IRL streaming? Stop it.
by a clearly intoxicated man who suddenly grabbed him by the throat and told the followers that he was going to kill the streamer. He choked Redempto until he lost consciousness, and while the stream continued, all the followers could see was a black screen and the concern of their fellow viewers. It was one of the most horrifying things they had ever witnessed. The next day, Redempto updated his fans that he was safe, but that he had hit his head and was planning to file a police report.
Yeah, that ain't gonna do
Fortunately,
anything.
Redempto managed to get a clear shot of the attacker's
I mean, it
face
will.
on
It will.
screen.
It's good, right? But
Within a
like,
few
don't keep
hours, the
IRL
attacker,
streaming,
a
bro.
20-year-old, was located and arrested for assault. But this is far from the only incident Redempto has ever suffered. Summit 1G
Start playing
Pokemon
some fucking
Park
video
Swap.
games, brother.
It was July 2016, and Twitch streamer Summit 1G was live streaming the biggest game of the moment, Pokemon Go. He had headed to a
no.
local public park to try and capture the Pokemon there when someone in the comments posted a pretty concerning comment. Police were in the park searching for someone with an AK-47. Nobody really thought anything of the claim until just moments later, armed officers suddenly appeared approaching Summit and his friend with their rifles drawn. They had received a false report of an armed individual in the park that matched their descriptions.
They got swatted.
They had been swatted. Summit handled the situation calmly and reasonably, cooperating fully with the police and their instructions. but he was always aware that they had their weapons trained on the pair from various positions.
Of course they
were
did.
ordered
If
to walk
there was a
backward
report that
toward
you had an
police, the
AK-47.
stream went dead. Later that afternoon, Summit posted to Twitter informing his followers that everything was just fine. The police had been friendly enough and understood the situation. But since then, Summit has been swatted many more times, even coming to describe himself as the most swatted streamer on Twitch.
At that point, you
A
have to
title that has
stop
forced him
streaming.
to relocate his family members multiple times.
You have to stop
Something
streaming
that
and do something else with your life. Like, if they're that determined, you got
It was
to. If
September
your life is at risk,
2018, and
come on
Guy
now.
Dr. Disrespect Beam was streaming Call of Duty Black Ops 4 from the comfort of his California home, but he suddenly heard a strange
ENTuber.
noise coming from outside. When he suddenly left his chair to investigate the noise, he found the terrifying source of the noise. Someone had shot at his house, breaking the upstairs window while his family was at home, and he had to immediately end the stream. In fact, this was the
I'm pretty sure he was a massive... Yeah, Summit? I know he was. The only people that get swatted like that are.
Just days earlier, someone had shot the window of his car, leaving him with a distinct impression that someone wanted him dead. The San Diego Sheriff's Department later clarified that someone had fired a BB gun at the house, not a real weapon. But the force required to shadow a window is pretty intense, so it's safe to say that even that did not bring comfort to Guy. And the authorities had no
But, like,
idea
it's
who
still scary to be
actually
shot at,
fired
but
the
some
weapon.
windows shatter
All
over
they
the weirdest
knew was
shit.
that the shots likely came from a nearby park. They had no idea of potential suspects, and they didn't even believe that Guy was being targeted because...
And yeah, but like, even if you're a big streamer and you're getting swatted to the point that you have to move your family multiple times, stop streaming. You've got to, for your family's safety, you have to cut that out, right? Like, of course it'll be but you can't let them win. You've got to, like, if your family is in danger, you can't, it's selfish to keep doing that, right? Like, cause they don't deserve that. I'm sure he's made enough money to retire off of it. He can just not anymore. Sometimes you have to get off social media for your own safety. Like, that's a thing.
Because of his internet fame. When he returned, he assured everyone that he was just fine, but unwilling to discuss
I've seen a window shatter from a needle. Yeah. You hit a window just right and you'll break it.
In September 2014, Twitch streamer Sarah Kate was in the middle of a Black Ops 2 stream when she decided to take a break from gaming. She reached for her beloved cat Olive, who had been perched on the back of her chair. But something suddenly changed inside the cat. Olive lashed out for no particular reason, scratching Sarah with full claws and catching her eye in the process. The injury was caught on camera, and it was so bloody and severe that her followers were seriously concerned.
Why are you putting it in the
Sarah did not
camera?
hesitate to end the stream and rushed to the hospital for treatment, but it turned out that she got very lucky. Sarah had been wearing contact lenses, which may have well prevented more serious damage to her cornea. But Olive had managed to scratch both her eyeball and the surrounding lid, causing quite a bit of damage. However, the medical experts assured her that she would make a full and healthy recovery within a few weeks.
That's
The
why you don't
video
really put your
quickly
face
went
around
viral,
animals.
bringing a lot of new attention to
So I don't put
Sarah
my face
and
around
her
Zelda
cat,
ever.
and prompting her to start selling merch based on the incident. Within 2 years, Sarah had been fully recovered enough that she could look back on the whole thing from a more comfortable and far less scary
Love her to death.
perspective.
Would never put my face near that bitch.
Arab Andy.
Not a camera with people
It was
watching.
June
Yeah, exactly.
2018, and a YouTube prankster known as Arab Andy wanted to perform his biggest stunt yet, pranking the University of Washington.
I'm gonna skip through this. I've seen this before, and he says some stuff that could get me banned. He was arrested for it, but he basically just like threatens a terror. He puts a terroristic threat on a classroom.
Part in a live Call of Duty
And I'm not
Warzone
gonna
tournament
I'm not
in
gonna
July
display that on
2020,
my channel.
when he suddenly heard a series of loud bangs and screams outside of his bedroom.
Oh, I've seen this guy.
Knowing that something was strange about the whole situation, he paused his stream. Viewers had no idea, but Angel had just discovered that his brother Roberto had just been found unresponsive in his room. Knowing that it would
We
be
don't want
wrong to
some
even
band.
try and go
I don't
ahead
even
with the
want to
stream,
give
given
like
the tragedy
attention to
happening
that.
in the next room, Angel had to tell the truth. Returning to the stream, Angel told his viewers that his brother had died and that he had to leave right away. It was later revealed that Roberto had died of an overdose, but the worst was yet to come. Angel and his family started encountering a series of unexpected challenges in their efforts to honor Roberto's life. The funeral costs were far higher than anybody knew they would be, forcing Angel to turn to his streaming community for help in funding them. The gaming community he had built quickly rallied around him, exceeding his fundraising goal in their support. Sajidine robbed on stream. Nikki Elise, also
That's
known
so
as
sad.
Sajidine, was 17 years old when she had her most dramatic stream yet. She was streaming Dota 2 on Twitch from her Arizona home when she suddenly heard a disturbance coming from the next room. Confused and concerned, she quickly left her streaming setup to figure out what was going on. But when she left the room, the viewers heard those words, "On the ground now." Within minutes, an armed man entered Sajidine's room in full view of her followers watching from around the world. The guy took out a bunch of items which seemed to be weapons before turning off the lights and disconnecting the camera, bringing the stream to a very abrupt end. The robbery had been witnessed by one of Sajidine's close real-life friends who immediately contacted the police and gave them the address of her home. When the officers arrived, they discovered that there were 2 robbers stealing her personal firearms, her computer, and other valuables. They managed to chase and arrest one, but the other remains at large even to this day. As a consequence of this tragic event, Sajidine's channel was shut down by Twitch due to terms of service violations.
Yeah, they don't
despite the
allow you to
fact
do.
that she was the victim.
They don't allow you to stream any of that, like at all.
I'm Jasmine harassed. It was September 2020,
And
I'm
it's like a
Jasmine,
permanent
popular
thing.
Twitch streamer, was in Osaka, Japan for an IRL stream.
Early, why?
She, like many other streamers, believed that the country was one of the safest places for tourists.
It's
But,
not. It absolutely is
of course,
not.
female
Japan is not
streamers
somewhere you go
continue to
alone as a
have
woman.
Complicated experiences when doing IRL streams, and she just happened
She's
to
also
join
apparently
that
like not
very
dressed for
unfortunate club.
Japanese like
Jasmine was exploring the city, interacting with locals, and
public.
creating content in a place she had never experienced before.
And that's
But
that's
just about
horrible to
everywhere
say,
that
but
she
it
went,
is.
She started to experience some very unwanted attention. At one point, a total
That's so
stranger
blatant.
walked right up
Like-
to her, groped her waist, and poked at her breasts.
Stop.
Nothing she
Get
could do to
away.
get rid of him. All she could do was just start walking and hope to eventually lose him. Of course, he followed her for several blocks before eventually giving up entirely. Her followers were urging her to get out of the situation and to keep walking, but even after the assault, Jasmine could not bring herself to go to the authorities, knowing that Japan's police are ineffective and often choose not to pursue these cases, blaming the women instead of those responsible. Level 4.
A lot of issues with this stuff.
Reckful's
Yeah.
last stream.
It really,
It was
really
July
does.
2nd, 2020.
It's really
and
bad.
Byron Reckful Bernstein was ending his stream. He seemed kind of different, expressing a mix of hope and despair
Oh my God,
about
Zelda.
how things were going. He urged his viewers to connect with one another and to find friends to play games with. A very unusual ending for him.
Alright, chat. I hope you guys had a nice day. I'm
He's not
gonna
doing
go
anything.
offline. I guess I'll try to find something to watch for a tiny bit before I pass out.
He also said that he was feeling lonely and that he wanted his fans to
Ow,
support one
my
another.
knees. It hurts.
If you guys get lonely, you should talk to each other maybe and find
What is
some friends
happening
to
here?
play
Put them
games
up.
with whenever you play
Hello?
games.
Are you good?
Everything was just extremely strange.
Is it
for
'cause I'm
viewers.
turned?
Everybody who had followed Reckful knew
What is
about all
happening
his
with the
struggles
model?
and battles with depression, but nobody really thought that he was still struggling with it. They thought he had somehow overcome that hurdle, or at the very least, was managing with it.
Goodbye, everybody. Like, yeah, I mean each other, yeah, in chat. Because you probably have, there are probably a lot of like-minded people in the chat at this moment, you know? Have a good night. See you guys tomorrow, or the next day.
But shortly after the stream, Reckful ended his own life, shocking the gaming community who realized that this was the very last stream they would ever see from him.
There we go.
Suddenly, his final words had a much deeper meaning than anybody had really assumed at the time. He was not just thinking aloud, he was urging people to take care of one another in the way he wished he had been taken care of. The gaming world mourned the loss of not just a skilled player, but a genuine personality who would be deeply missed by the community he built. On his channel, in the days after his death, fans gathered to re-watch the old streams, bonding in their shared grief. Elisa Jordana. In April 2024, Elisa Jordana, a former Howard Stern show writer, went live on YouTube in a stream she had titled Not Doing Good. Elisa had been struggling in her private life, discovering that her boyfriend, Bahram Alipour, was cheating on her. He had been sending money to other women, something that she had found actual evidence of, and now she was going to confront him in front of the world. They were
Why would you
driving
stream
in Palm
yourself
Beach, Florida, when
drive,
Eliza
like
went
texting and
live.
driving?
But after she accused him of cheating, the whole situation turned pretty horrifically. Unhappy with his excuses and lies, Elisa started hitting Bahram,
Don't talk. Don't talk.
who quickly retaliated with much more force. Unfortunately for both of them, they were captured on Eliza's viral live stream, meaning that authorities had all the evidence that they needed. She was quickly arrested on felony battery charges, something she pleaded guilty to since they had the video evidence. But while Eliza was publicly willing to express remorse for her actions, she continued to point out that her now ex-boyfriend had behaved in the same abusive way, and that she never would have hit him had he not cheated. Of course, none of this
That is not an
changed
appropriate
anything,
response.
with many of the viewers suggesting that both of them were as bad as one another. Ellie Gatto. It was Halloween in Shibuya, Japan, and an Australian IRL streamer named Ellie Gatto was broadcasting her daily life around the holidays.
I don't know why women continue to IRL stream. It's so dangerous.
District, viewers noticed something odd. Strange man was following them carrying a big Japanese sword, a katana. Initially, it was assumed that he was in costume or just doing something Halloween-y, but at a certain point, even Ellie Gatto and her friends became aware that they were being followed. No matter where they went, whichever weird, chaotic escape route they took, he was there. He would not leave them alone. The audience was watching them get more and more anxious as the tension got more and more intense, with multiple other men touching them inappropriately along the way. Eventually, a good Samaritan saw how distressed they were and jumped in to help them get to safety in the form of the police. The police quickly arrested the guy before the situation could escalate anymore. But the trauma of the whole thing had taken a toll. Ellie Gatto and her friends were fully aware of how close they came to potentially losing their lives because of this guy. And their survival was all thanks to this one good guy. Streamer shot by security. Zoe Perez is a transgender YouTuber who conducts First Amendment audits, streams in public places to test
don't know if I can show him getting like physically shot is the problem. We can play it up until like the police like footage and stuff.
2019 took an unusually
I hate
violent
auditors though, they're so stupid. They
Zoe
don't
had
ever
arrived at a
understand.
Los Angeles synagogue hoping to test out her so-called constitutional rights. For 40
doesn't
minutes,
have
she
any.
live streamed the security guard, part of her usual stream activity. But he was aggravated by this whole thing. The guard had asked her several times to stop filming him and let him do his job, but she refused. As tensions rose, he got increasingly agitated, threatening to shoot. His all-black attire and backpack could conceivably have been seen as intimidating or threatening. But Zoe went on to file a lawsuit against the guard, the synagogue, and the school, alleging assault, false imprisonment, negligence, and discrimination.
Discrimination against what? He was upset because you
On April
fucking
28th,
okay.
2017,
I hate
Poseidon
auditors.
was
They're so
live
fucking
streaming
dumb.
from LAX while waiting for his flight. But while talking to his followers, he happened to make a fatal mistake. He accidentally broadcast his flight information to the entire internet.
Do
One
that.
viewer who
That's the thing. Ice Poseidon has such a toxic fucking fan base. Why on God's green earth would you accidentally broadcast your flight information to these people? Are you kidding me?
who happened to see it decided to take advantage of the situation, calling in
You've
a
got to
fake
be
bomb
incredibly
threat under his
careful,
real name,
or this
Paul
shit
Domino,
happens.
on the very plane he was currently flying on. By the time the flight landed in Phoenix, ICE was escorted off the plane and immediately interrogated by the FBI, creating an incident that made national headlines across the U.S. ICE had
Why
to
is he
reach out
filming
to
on the
Twitch to ask
fucking
about the
plane?
situation. Because he had been swatted in a pretty extreme way, he was concerned that he would be banned or suspended because of it, despite it not happening on his stream or it being his fault. Twitch assured him that
It
they would
is
not
your
ban
fault.
him for the incident, though they did later decide to permanently ban him from the platform, causing major outrage in the community who
It is his fault. It is his fault. It is his negligence that caused these people to get these flight information. It is his negligence that caused these people to exist in his his personal channel and in his audience in the first place. It is his fault. You cannot do something like physically. He didn't call the bomb threat in, but his actions led to this, right? You have got to take fucking accountability for your actions that cause stuff like this. You can't be like, oh, well, I didn't do it. This is not my fault. That's not how it works. That is not how it works. You're fucking naive and stupid if you think that's how it works. Not the consequences of my own actions. Right. It baffles me how we don't understand this as like a fucking species. And then Twitch banning him, yeah, they don't want to condone that shit. And he has had so many fucking swatting incidents because he accidentally let people know where he is at, and he accidentally gives up free flight information. He accidentally tells people the cities he's in. Are you kidding me? Come on now.
argued that the whole
At some point,
thing
it's a
was
pattern.
thoroughly unjustified.
It is
Eventually,
not.
ICE had no choice but to abandon Twitch entirely and move to YouTube, where his streaming gained him a substantial following.
Pretty
And
sure
as
he's
for the
banned
person
off
who called
YouTube.
in the fake bomb threat, he was eventually caught and sentenced to 10 years in prison.
He needed more than 10
Joshua
years.
Block's alcoholism. Joshua Block is a major TikTok
Oh, this guy
success
is a
with
mess.
2.6 million
Yeah,
followers.
I feel
tuning in
horrible for this
regularly
guy.
to watch his live-streamed drinking adventures in New York City. But none of it is pretty, almost always ending up in extreme public
Yeah, it is, this guy.
intoxication, vomiting, and erratic behavior. His content has featured him consuming alcohol to the point of extreme intoxication, with some claiming that he drank over 400 consecutive days, and he has even admitted to being an alcoholic. All of that has created an extremely complicated relationship between Joshua and his followers, many of whom are concerned about his health and well-being. They know that Joshua never takes off days when it comes to his drinking, and while it may be entertaining, it's also exceptionally dangerous.
Is that
Many are
entertaining to
convinced that
anybody?
Joshua is an alcoholic because of his extremely traumatic personal life. Not only did he lose his mother at a young age, but he's also autistic and probably overwhelmed by his sudden fame. Now, he's in a situation where he has to keep drinking to continue his relevancy, or lose everything and confront the more traumatic aspects of his life. Level 5. Norm's Solitary Confinement Challenge. On October 16th, 2024, a YouTube content creator named Norm embarked on a 30-day solitary confinement livestream. At just 19 years old, Norm had amassed a following of over 1 million followers, all thanks to his extreme challenges, but none had been quite as intense as this. Norm wanted to test if isolation would lead to insanity, and he wanted to make sure he was doing it right. He confined himself to a small, dark room with nothing but a mattress and a hole in the wall. By November 8th, 2024, he had spent 22 days in isolation, over 550 hours alone with no communication to the outside world. On the stream, he was pacing, slumping on the floor, behaving strangely and erratically. He was making sinister, strange noises.
I don't know why we continue to test this theory. It has been more than proven that isolation causes issues in the human psyche. We are a herd animal. We are literally wired to run off of social interaction. Even if you don't like face-to-face social interaction, if you are on the internet and you are watching like TikTok or whatever, you have that is considered social interaction because you are witnessing other people and you are interacting with other people through the internet, of course. But like, you can't, we've already, but what if I'm him and can be isolated? We got to test it. No, it is literally against the Geneva Convention to put a prisoner of war in total isolation like this. You cannot deprive them of all their like social senses and everything else. It is against it is literal torture. It is a torture device to do this to people. And this fucker did it. Mr. Beast did it. That's why he's in big trouble. Fuck that guy, by the way. Like, you can't do that. There is it's also another one. If you keep lights on all the time, it fucks with your internal clock. You can't do that either. That is also another torture method that is against Geneva Convention. You're not even allowed to do it to prisoners of war. That's another reason he got in such big trouble. You can't keep lights on 24/7. You have to have a day-night cycle for your brain to be okay. It nails for some views, which is incredibly stupid. We should not be rewarding these people with views at all. And I know that's dumb because people will be like, haha, but it's funny. It doesn't matter. It's not funny. It's not cute. Don't reward them.
Rambling about intergalactic aliens. With every
Yeah, because he's going crazy.
Every day, his viewers were more and more concerned about his mental health and well-being. Some of them were even offering to pay him if he quit. But others wanted him to keep moving forward to get to the end. Many continue to believe that this whole thing was just one big exaggerated stunt designed for entertainment. But the risk that he truly lost his mind can't be understated. Whether or not it was worth the attention, however, that's all on him. Only Use Me Blades live stream.
I hope for his sake it was fake.
2019, and a controversial streamer named Only Use Me Blade was live with another streamer, Willie Buckner, who just happened to be dating Blade's ex-girlfriend. The situation was awkward and tense enough, but this would be more devastating than anybody could have expected.
Oh, I've seen
Willie
this
was
one
on
too,
medication, specifically Ambien, an insomnia drug, but he was being encouraged to drink more and more by both Blade and the audience, who were sending in donations for every drink. But the more Willie drank, the more he started to lose consciousness, and the other streamers who were present just took advantage. With Willie out for the count, they started harassing him, painting his face, and slapping him. When he finally came to, he was just not responding to anything.
I fucking told you. I fucking told you, bro.
Instead of anybody helping him, the streamers just watched as Willie fell face first onto the ground. And then they just continued to take advantage of their unconscious buddy. They didn't call for medical assistance right away, leaving him there. By the time he did eventually get into the hospital, he was in the ICU for a week. A tragic end to a story that could have been avoided. Goodnight Chicken. It was February 12th, 2024, and Taiwanese influencer Cheng-Neng Chuang, also known as Goodnight Chicken, decided to pull off a pretty crazy stunt on his live stream. Chen had live streamed himself allegedly sneaking into a scammer compound in Sihanoukville, Cambodia, where he was seemingly attacked by a man wearing a military outfit, bringing an abrupt end to the stream and worrying his followers. The next day, Chen reappeared on his live stream, his hair shaved, shirt torn, and seemingly terrified. He said he had escaped from the compound but had been robbed and beaten. Even his wife posted a video saying that her husband was missing. But it took no time at all before the authorities realized the whole thing was a very elaborate lie. Chen and his friend had arrived just a day before planning the entire scenario, including purchasing all of the necessary props to make it believable. Now they were hiding out in an apartment with all of the props they used to stage their abduction. The stunt had backfired horribly.
Yeah, you shitters should be arrested.
With
Good.
inciting social unrest, and just days later, they were each sentenced to 2 years in prison.
Good.
And fined
Good.
accordingly. Level 6. Aqualadora. March 2018. Streamer Simone Scott, also known as Aqualadora, was a guest on Austin's show, Twitch channel, taking part in a live-streamed interview. Everything had been going just fine, but then Aqualadora got a pretty simple question. What's the worst thing you've ever done? Her answer shocked
I think
the
I've
world.
seen this girl.
Well, I used to work as a veterinary technician, so I once killed someone's dog on purpose, and I
glow up on purpose.
Yeah, but no one knew because, you know.
Oh my
professional, but
oh no!
Aquilidora proudly admitted that when she was a veterinary technician, she intentionally killed a dog. Not for her work or for any medical reason, but just because she could. Suddenly, that single clip went viral all over the internet, turning her into the latest villain of the internet. Her Twitch
She is a
community
villain.
overwhelmingly rejected her, hundreds of people threatening to dox her as a result. Of course, Aquilidora knew immediately that she had screwed up. If she wanted to continue streaming, she had to do something to undo all of the damage and get people back
How
on
do you
her
undo
side.
that?
She came out and claimed that her confession was just one big joke, but it was too late.
That's definitely not the
damage had
way.
already been done. She had volunteered the information willingly and showed no remorse for it. Austin Show also jumped in to publicly condemn her for her claims, rejecting any suggestion that her words were joking or not serious. He wanted nothing to do with her. Ernest Wilson, hide and seek. It was April 4th, 2020, and Ernest Wilson III, a 24-year-old warehouse worker in Baltimore, was well known for his fun, creative drinking games, which he would usually live stream on Facebook. And despite the ongoing pandemic restrictions, Ernest was determined to do another one. He had arranged a drunk hide-and-seek party at an Airbnb for a group of selected guests, and by 2:32 a.m. the game was in full swing. Ernest was the searcher, having to find his friends in the darkness.
She's a vet
all
tech.
while streaming
She's
it.
much
But
lower
as he
level of
searched
like
for
injury,
them,
but
he noticed something weird. Capturing on camera the sight of a shadowy figure climbing over the fence of the property. It didn't take long before Wilson realized it wasn't actually one of his friends, but a total stranger. As soon as he realized, the video took a turn. Wilson dropped his phone, leaving viewers hearing nothing but screaming and gunfire. The man was a violent burglar, one of two who had entered the property and announced a robbery. Wilson had been shot during the incident and tragically died by the time he arrived at the hospital. And, despite their best efforts, the police never figured out who exactly killed Ernest. Johnny Somali. Johnny Somali is one of the most notorious streamers anywhere on the
he is one of the
At
most
just 24 years old,
scummy, fucking disgusting, like worms on this fucking planet, taking up space and oxygen that could have ever existed. Fuck this guy.
he has a reputation all over Asia for showing intense disrespect and public disruption toward the local culture.
Fuck this
Somali's
kid
streams
and the dude
generally
that's housing
involve
him.
hurling offensive insults and slurs at random strangers, causing major
And fuck Kick
disturbances
for
in
allowing
public
him to stay on
places,
their
and
fucking
otherwise
their
just
thing,
being
their
generally
platform.
offensive.
Fuck him.
Some of his more controversial streams have included Somali kissing and twerking on a statue memorializing victims of sexual slavery, proudly wearing a Japanese flag to trigger South Koreans, playing North Korean songs
What's happening?
and
We're just
adult
watching
content on South Korean
Iceberg.
transport. He's been arrested,
And I hate Johnny
detained,
Somali.
and banned from multiple countries, and yet he shows no signs of letting up. But now South Korea has had enough. Somali is currently facing serious legal troubles,
Thank you
including
for
a
the
travel
follow
ban
and the like.
potential charges for obstruction of business.
Oh, I
public
think he actually is
disturbance,
in jail
and
now.
suspected drug use, all extremely serious for Korea.
Yes, ma'am.
But his trial
What's
does
up?
not begin until March 2025, leaving him stranded
What?
in South Korea without income and, more importantly to him,
What?
no platform to cause trouble. Level
Oh, here she is
7.
again.
Mr. Death Moth. December 10th, 2018, Australian streamer Luke Monday, also known as
What are you
Mr.
doing?
Death Moth, was live streaming
You gonna lay
Fortnite on
down?
Twitch when his 4-month pregnant wife asked him to stop playing and join the family for dinner. Luke ignored her repeatedly, no matter how politely
Yes, she is.
asked. Eventually, she got so
Here she
frustrated
goes.
that he would rather play games than spend time with her and their children that she started throwing things at him. He retaliated in a far more violent way. The assault was not visible on camera, but the sounds made
yes.
it obvious what was going on. And even Luke's wife was quick to yell out that he had assaulted her right in front of their children. The viewers were so horrified by his shameless assault that they promptly alerted the police, who tracked Luke to his home and arrested him, charging him with common assault. But the consequences were much more extensive than just arrest. The incident led to Monday's permanent ban from Twitch and suspension from his job at Telstra. Monday pleaded guilty to the assault charge, bringing a very abrupt end to his streaming career. But the case took a very unexpected turn when it was revealed that both Luke and his wife had a history of domestic assault, leading her to be charged with assault in
Yeah,
a
don't throw
separate
shit at your
incident.
husband, but like, don't
Luke
beat your wife.
ultimately avoided jail time and was instead sentenced to 14 months of community corrections. Vote Saxon 07. On December 18th,
Cute little
2022,
cat. Thank you
Stephen
for the
McCullough,
like.
also known on YouTube
Yes, this is
as
Zelda.
Vote Saxon 07,
This
was
is my
hosting
child.
a 6-hour stream promoted as the
Oh, I remember
Violent
this
Night
guy.
Christmas Live gaming stream. But at the very moment that he was playing the games, his pregnant girlfriend, Natalie McNally, was murdered
I'm gonna take
by
him.
him.
He's a
The whole
girl, and
stream
you
had been
won't. You'll give her
pre-recorded
back
days
to me. I
earlier,
promise.
carefully designed to make it
She's a
appear
little bit
as
of a
though he was
menace.
home during the time
She'll
of the
eat all
murder,
your bread.
giving him
Actually,
a
she won't eat
credible
it. She'll just
alibi.
break into it, make it
To really
stale,
sell the
and chew
illusion,
on the end of
he had
it.
to explain
And then
why
she
he
loves
couldn't
cornbread
talk
for some
to the
reason.
viewers.
And then
So he
she
told
will
his
scream at you
37,000
and like smack you
subscribers that he couldn't interact with them due to
over
technical
nothing.
issues.
And then she'll act cute like
And
this and
he
then try to
even
kill
texted
you.
his
You know?
girlfriend about the streaming issues at the time of the murder, solidifying his alibi even further.
I ain't got
The
no
whole
bread in
thing
my
was so
home.
convincing that the police quickly ruled him out as a suspect. He had gotten away with
She's such a good girl.
Almost.
No.
An in-depth examination by cyber experts revealed
What?
that the footage was pre-recorded, the first
What?
nail in the coffin. They later found CCTV footage showing McCullough's bus trip and taxi ride home contradicting his alibi entirely. Stephen was arrested and charged with the murder, hailed as a master manipulator and a
Imagine
straight-up
killing your wife
cold killer.
or girlfriend. And you fucking try to use like your live stream. Gross. Okay, well, that is all I can do tonight because I have to go to bed for work. I know, gross. Let's see. Rick is still alive. I haven't raided him in a long time. I might raid Rick. We've raided Targo for a little bit, so. Kitty, kitty cat. Let's see. Oh, okay. Well, we'll look at that one before we go. Okay. Thank you for the hydrates. What is this? Q, it's 1 second long. If it's extremely
You know
loud,
what that means? Fish.
That sounds like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, oop, I lowered Twitch. That's not what I wanted. Okay. What? What? Are you gonna be nice? I don't know what. I mean, sure, that's fine. Here, while we're waiting, you guys can have a big Zelda. But I'm gonna raid to Rick. Yeah. You're very cute. I haven't rated him in a while. But thank you guys for hanging out. It was a very low energy stream, but it was just something I needed. Big, big cat and big car. You're right. Good night. Rest well. You too. Rest well. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'm going to go to bed because this one wants to go to bed. Look at this awkward ass posture she got. Okay. But y'all go be going to Rick. Hopefully you cure soon. I will be fine. I would love her to look up, but I don't think she's going to. Look up here. Look up. Look up. Look up. There you go. Look up. There she is. Look up, baby. Look up, honey. Anyways, y'all have fun with Rick. He's playing Overwatch. He'll probably move games soon. But I love y'all. Ooh. Stop it. I love y'all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's Wednesday, so I'll likely be playing with Rogue. I don't know if Taylor will be there because she might not be home. But we'll see. And I will stick to the new schedule starting next week. So keep an eye on that for the new stuff. Be nicer, else. Yeah, be nice to Rick, please. He's got a lot going on. Are you okay? Settle down. Anyways, I love